All right, chat. Testing 1, 2, 3. There we go. We are live. Welcome in, chat. Game 4. Here we go, chat. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. In a couple hours, we could be going, wait a second, the Pacers are going to win the Finals? What's going on here? Or, of course, we could be going, the Thunder back in the series. Tired of everything, too. Oh, ESPN, we're firing into gear, chat. The sports world, it's kicking alive. All righty, this tip is about to happen. Oh, no, we're not about to update. Rain delay in the Mariners, Washington. Wait a second, chat. Washington Nationals. We got it. There it is. Takes a second to recall the baseball team names there, but yeah, the Thunder's big move for tonight, chat. Again, they are down 2-1 in the series, so their big move tonight. Backs against the wall. First time ever they could lose back-to-back games in the chat, postseason, and they decide, time to get Hartenstein back in the lineup, chat. So, I mean, now they're ready to go. And it looks like it's working for them to start their chat. 2-0 on the ESPN score. But the Sling TV will tip off here any second. They're lining up their chalk toss, all that stuff. Hey, pause, chat. But the ref about to tip it up. Who's that, chat? Mark Davis? I can't tell from here. Hey, Miles Turner versus Hartenstein in the starting lineup. They don't let him get the jump ball to start, though. Chet? How Hardenstein's not a jump ball guy versus Turner? I don't know. We're already questioning Dognaw's decisions right off the bat, chat. Rick Carlisle up 1-0, wins the jump ball decision, but Dort just takes it right to the basket. Hey, chat. I feel like that's the first time in a while we've seen kind of like a role player S-type guy kind of hit that first bucket. Maybe I forget who hit the first bucket in the last game, but always feels like, right away you get the possession in the hands of one of the star players, and it's gonna, it's resulting in a score early on for some of these. Chet, pull up, I think foot on the line maybe. Did they give him a 2 for that? Yep, long 2, chat. 4 points, but a confident dribble pull up from our guy Chet. Oh, Chet. I mean, it literally does not matter. The Thunder have had the lead after 3 quarters in every game this series. I think that's the stat, chat. Did they have the lead at the end of 3 quarters in the last game? But the Pacers turned the game there a little bit in the fourth quarter. So it does not matter here for a second. Every time the Thunder start well, they start even more dramatically. But the crowd is on their feet, chat. The pressure from the Indiana team gets the turnover early. Siakam in transition. Oh, the movement, chat. Oh, Halliburton, take that 3. He gets it, though, to Neesmith, chat. Neesmith across the court in the wing. The 3, 6-4. Here we go, chat. The movement on point to start. I mean, at least they eventually got the good look there, 4-3. But Halliburton, it did seem like he passed on a little bit of an open look. Though good defense by the Thunder as well, too, recovering and making that tough. Shea, the long mid-range. I mean, of course, that's Shea's shot. But, oh, there we go. Get it right back. The little floater in the lane gets to go. That kind of mellows out the Thunder or the Pacer crowd here, chat. It slows them back down a little bit. But Siakam right away in the interior in the 2 big lineup. I feel like here, let's get the matchups going again next time down the court, chat, because I feel like they've got Hartenstein on Turner right now, and I feel like maybe do you want to? I feel like Turner might body Chet though, but the problem is Turner is a little bit perimeter oriented, so he's gonna bring Hartenstein out a little bit. Okay, yeah, there's Chet on Turner, Hartenstein on Siakam. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it, chat. It's Hartenstein kind of floating in the lane. Who got the 3 that time? 6-11, chat. This might be the biggest first quarter lead for the Pacers. 3 for 3 from 3 to start. J-Dub charges down the court and draws the foul. Uh-oh. What does that mean for the Thunder if they don't start a game well? Again, they've blown all their leads in the fourth quarter. What happens if they blow a lead when it's 4-3? What happens when that's their only lead in the game? How are they able to respond? Now, of course, it was Halliburton on that last 3, chat. Hey, yo. Here we go. All right, we got, again, J-Dub at the free throw line here, chat. But, I mean, overall, they are a younger team, so even the confidence for them to go back and win Game 5 in OKC. You go 3-2 at that point. I think that would feel like a little bit more of a confident, this moves to Game 6 if a team goes down 3-1 in any of that type of situation. But again, you just never know. And then even them at home as a younger team, them feeling shaken, like maybe they have, given up the opportunity of the season, you don't know what kind of mental hurdles you would have to get over as well, chat, being down 3-1 in that way. But again, early in the game, we can't panic if we're Thunder fans yet. Do we have to call and console Billy Buckets halfway through the game, chat? His Thunder team. He did tell us earlier in the season that he did not think the Thunder were going to win the title this year. He's probably just trying to say that, he's not going to, in game 35, be like, yeah, I think this is our, the Thunder, again, they've been a good franchise, a young franchise, but still, I think, not a franchise that necessarily you would say has like a ton of play. This would be like a real playoff scar, chat. Hey, yo. Do we need to go like what is the biggest Thunder playoff like disappointing moment? What Thunder fans, DM us at Remington Pop. Which is the playoff series that you're most bummed out? I guess maybe 3-1 versus the Warriors in 2016. You never remember that because, of course, the Warriors end up having their own 3-1 deficit, and then obviously that's in the Western Conference Finals, not actually the finals itself. So Warriors bigger stage and same sort of historic, outcome for the Cavs in that one. But they've only been around now for, when did they move to OKC? 2000, right after they got Westbrook. So right after, was it the 08 or the 09 season that was their first season actually away? So yeah, 08-09 chat was their first season, but only 4 seasons total that they've missed the playoffs in general. 3 in a row. With Dagnall there to start as they were kind of tanking and rebuilding the team. Presti throwing away the franchise excellence to win this title, chat. It is what it is. To lose this title, to make it to the finals and almost get there. But 4 straight first round exits as well, too. So that would have been right after Durant. Durant would have left. That 16-17 season would have been that first season without Durant. Wait, we have win share here. Westbrook win share leader. And then that would have been all the way through, the Chris Paul run. Sorry, yeah, Paul George that traded at that time. But they're traded before the Chris Paul run, obviously. And then, it's expectations, too, that Chris Paul team was a team that we thought wasn't going to be as good, so that making it to the first round was cool, but then the teams before that losing the first round wasn't cool. So that is, oh man, sorry Thunder fan. As the final slips away here in Indiana, we go back and rank painful Thunder fan moments. So we know there's no Thunder fan in the live stream right now. So chat, talk all your Thunder fan smack right now, because no Thunder fans are sticking around at this point. Or save it for when they're in the chat. But the first round exit 4 years in a row and then 3 years not making it. Again, I feel like those 3 years not making it, they wouldn't even be playoff scars, but they weren't. I guess the Philly process team, the Philly fans were delusional, chat. We can't forget that the Philly fans definitely believed the process the whole time, and I feel like even now, Philly fans aren't, Philly fans, it's a tough situation. There's not necessarily a glimmer of hope yet, but I don't think there's a glimmer of hope that there might be a glimmer of hope. It's like, okay, it's still Embiid, it's still Jordan. Not that they would have necessarily, I guess, could they be first team all NBA guys again? I guess we can't rule it out completely, obviously. We don't even want to do that either, right, chat? Because it would be fun if they were competitive guys again as well, too. So I guess we would, for our own sakes, we want them to be obviously great players as well. But the idea that they would be assets in some way, obviously in a team building standpoint, still doesn't seem so. It as an NBA fan, anyways, it doesn't seem crazy for it to be so far fetched. Once you start going to the, the real team, the confidence aspect of it. But even still, like you're saying, okay, Embiid on the Spurs. It's a tough situation, Chad. Obviously, there was a post where there was a leaked Durant jersey in a locker room, like a photo shoot happening of Durant and the Spurs. So, okay, it's like we thought we were going to get Giannis. We might get Durant. What are the superstar combinations that we could have around Wembanyama? I guess is Embiid and Wembanyama at this point one that we'd be happy with. See, it would be obviously, do we have Durant, Embiid, and Wembanyama and Dylan Harper? What's for any situation? What's the trade? But anyway, game 4, chat. We should stay locked in on the finals. But okay, we've already used up one Spurs mention today. IT is going to put a limit on it. But but the other first round series that we should obviously mention for Thunder fans to make them feel bad about their playoff past is the the Dame Lillard playoff series, I would imagine. Nemhard in the corner for 3, chat, or the Pacers are going to win the finals. Hey, yo. Dagnall with the timeout. Is the team spiraling right away? First quarter. The Pacers do seem like the team with more energy, chat. Where is Shea? I feel like we were getting a little lost in Pacers Thunder history early, chat. We're going to the basketball reference pages early on this one. We got to pay attention. But, just Shea, I feel like is an easy guy to stand out when he's playing. But he has kind of drifted to the side a little bit these last couple of games in a strange way, chat. I don't know. We go back and look at the field goals. I think it might be still similar, but obviously the scoring number down a little bit here. I guess let's see here, chat, what he was at. Because he did have the most attempts, I think. Because Jalen Williams had a slightly bit more efficient game, maybe. What are we at, Jay? Oh, that's game 2. Hey, yo. Shout out. Remember when Shea was good, chat? Hey, yo. It seemed like were we doing too much, chat? Were we doing too much hyping him up after even 1-1? But Shea was playing so well. There's some historic stuff on the table for him there. So, yeah. Still led the team in field goals, for sure. I guess we could go to the basketball, back to the basketball reference chat, because they'll have the quarter breakdown here. Just to peek at that real quick. Just to double check. Sometimes you can't remember exactly quarter. It's like, oh yeah, okay, second quarter was really good for Shea. Then sometimes obviously it does really stand out. I was like, oh, that was a historic quarter. But Chet with 13 in the first, but Shea had 6, 6, 9, and 3 in the fourth. So 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter. You had Jalen Williams 2 for 5, Chet 2 for 5. Hartenstein 1 for 2, Chet, taking almost as many shots as Shea in the fourth quarter in 2 and 3 minutes. But Jalen and Chet, not the most efficient fourth quarter for either of them, but obviously, again, shot making standpoint, volume of the offense, those guys were carrying a little bit compared to what Shea was doing in the last game. So it's like, okay, it's a little interesting. Just scratch the chin, chat, see what's going on there. Because again, the historic thing was on the table for Shea. He was in the the upper 30s for finals points per game. It was like him and MJ, and so it's like, okay. I mean, even ourselves, chat, and it's not. I mean, I guess what we were saying was obviously we were getting carried away, but it's not necessarily untrue to say that his numbers weren't comparable to Michael Jordan's. I don't know. He starts stacking a couple of these playoff games on top of each other, chat, and some of that efficiency stuff is going to go away. And I guess he might have been below the 50% mark in the field in the playoffs beforehand anyways. But the regular season numbers obviously were getting close because, unfortunately, Kobe just never had the efficiency thing the same way. I mean, it is what it is. Obviously, play style wise, in personality and all that stuff, like the overlap between MJ and Kobe is still, amongst the most overlap player to player that we've seen in NBA history. And so, yeah, this year, Shea, 47% for the entire playoffs. So that is going to calculate in that last game. But, and, obviously, are we being picky here? Oh, Shea, he's not, making over half his shots. But if we're doing the hyperbole, just stats comparison, we can't even scroll. We're not even going to mention the name yet. Just scroll down and just who's this random guy's stats we're looking up here. I guess maybe the late 90s. Oh, wait a second. Chet rolling an ankle? Oh, wait. He's fine. Okay. He's up. He's going, Chet. Chet, not that same ankle. It's not the Drew League anymore, Chet. NBA Finals, get up. He's fighting. He's going to be okay. But, late 90s, you have our guy at 48%, 50, and this is playoff percentages. So I guess, 48% of the 10 games that in that season he returned in 94, 95. But in those last 3 those last 3 finals runs for him in the 90s, he was 46, basically 46% all 3 of those years. Versus the first 3 final runs, he might not have been 50%, but really close. Yeah, really close. 49.7. Okay, chat. So it is even a little closer than I was giving him credit for. You get, some of the, I guess, the early 80s runs there for him would have been, or I guess, he was 84 draft, so late 80s runs. But for him, early in his career 80s runs for him, he was actually a little bit more efficient. But a little bit shorter series as well, too, obviously. You know, his team was bad, Chad. He was getting bounced in the first round. It is what it is. It was historic games. And I guess some of those 50% finals as well, too, include those series against the Pistons, where I'm assuming that the physicality, you know, those early series, those Jordan Rules series would have maybe hurt his efficiency as well, too. Do they have it listed here, Chad? Let's see. Eastern Conference Finals versus Detroit. 46% from the... They shut down MJ, Chad. He's 46% of the field. So I know, again, when you're shooting 52% from the field... Oh, did we say the name? Hey, Chad. When you're shooting 52% from the field, you know, it's a little bit of a drop. Okay, Jalen Williams, Chad. The little drive, hang time kind of layup, bank shot. 17-24. Pacers throw the ball out of bounds. I mean, at this point, obviously, you know, it's where is Shea, but it's just can the Thunder win the game if Jalen Williams is going to be the one to step up and calm down in the moment. And to be honest, if you're a Thunder fan as well too, like obviously Shea is the guy, but you're going to win the finals. You're going to, you know, if the Pacers are going to win the finals, they're still going to have games where you're like, oh yeah, Siakam stepped up the other guys. You know, Nembhard in that game one. There's going to be the role guys. And the Thunder had their role guys step up as well, too. But you're going to, of course, question, like, did our number 2 guy step up the same way? And there he is again, Shaq, attacking the basket. So his physicality, he's a strong player, for sure. He's got Halliburton matched up on him. He could definitely, or Ben Shepherd as well, too. You know, he could definitely take advantage of those drives. You know, even Nembhard, Chad. You know, Nembhard doesn't have the familiar, he didn't grow up playing against Jalen Williams. So maybe Jalen Williams just attacking Nembhard is the way to do it here. But Nembhard trying to weave through the defense. Is that back-to-back turnovers now by Nembhard as running the offense there? Chet in transition gets the ball stolen away from him, but still their ball. But yeah, MJ, with that next series against Detroit, or I guess the first one he was 46% exactly, and then that second one he was 46.7% from the field. You know, the 3-point percentage is always going to be a little bit lower. But yeah, Chad, the Thunder fans. Okay, so is this... I mean, this definitely goes in the... They obviously haven't lost the finals. And it's because, you know, that Miami Heat team is a different team, obviously. MJ... Hey, yo, Chad. LBJ? LeBron James? Not... Lyndon B. Johnson? Ayo, Chat. I guess you know, for as good as LeBron is that the final MJ factor, Chat. MJ versus, because I guess who has the more, you know, tougher acronym comparison for the basketball player? Because you've got MJ going against Michael Jackson, and you've got LeBron James going versus Lyndon B. Johnson. Hey, yo, Chat. Hey, yo, and I got to be honest, like, and again, I am a basketball fan, so maybe this proves the point. But if I hear MJ, I do think of, I mean, obviously you think of Michael Jackson, but I do think of Michael Jordan. If I did hear somebody say, well, context obviously matters too, but if I did hear somebody say MJ, I would probably say, you know, 65, 70% chance they are talking about Michael Jordan. If I do hear somebody say LBJ, I would probably actually think Lyndon B. Johnson first, Chat. I might, because again, LeBron is not the LeBron versus Lyndon B. Johnson thing necessarily. I wouldn't, if I was ranking personal favorites, Chat, again, you know, the legacy ranking, however you want to do it. But if I was ranking personal favorites, I would rank LeBron over Lyndon B. Johnson. Again, it's just a product of the times, Chat. It is what it is. Obviously, you know, we saw more of LeBron's playing career than Lyndon B. Johnson's presidency. But LeBron just has, I think, more nicknames as well, too. So, Thunder, a little 9-0 run after the timeout, Chat. Big response for the Thunder right there. That is a real confidence moment for just the rest of this game. Obviously, you know, gets them back in the game. But, oh man, that wasn't just I mean, again, this isn't even the game is slipping away at this point. This is the finals are slipping away. This is the season, Chad. This is, you know, do you want to start saying like it's the finals window? So like you don't want to know how dramatic you get, but at least the opportunity to be holding that Larry O'Brien trophy if that first quarter gets out of hand and you're like, what is happening? We're at this Indiana home court. We're going to be down 3-1. Like, all of those things could start to spiral. And that was a great response. And again, Jalen Williams as well, too. Dort has been big this whole series. Jalen Williams, back-to-back Jalen's winning the finals MVPs, Chet. Can Jalen Williams steal the finals? I guess Jalen Williams would have to have the 30-point games at some point to counterbalance the Shea. If Shea just has a weak series comparatively, Like, let's just take those first couple of games out, and his 24 a game, and Jalen Williams is in that 24 game range. Like, I don't know, Chad. Would still think that Shea, because of the strength of those first couple of games, would win the Finals MVP. But could Jalen Williams swoop in and steal the Finals MVP? Let's say, Thunder, 50.3% chance to win, barely back up on top, Chad. I guess anytime it's tied, it just barely mathematics say that the Thunder are going to win. But that feels like the closest it's been in this kind of close game scenario on these advanced stats, Chad. So the line was even a little bit more in favor of the Thunder today because, again, maybe with them just the line is just factoring in more desperation as well too. But they were 6.5. The line closed at 4.5 yesterday. So I don't know. They don't have the odds on this page here, Chad. But Jalen Williams here to start. 10 points. Shea has 2. Jalen Williams, pretty good for. So free throw merchant game for Jalen Williams, Chad. I mean, we could flip the stats. You would think this is Jalen Williams' stat line, right? Or Shea's stat line. 2 for 4 from the field. 6 for 6 from the free throw line. There you go, Chad. No rebounds for Shea either. Nothing really in the box score. Just 1 for 3. So, I mean, that's, again, he's a guard. He's a scorer. With his play style, you don't necessarily look for with some of the other guards, you kind of look for the full box score, obviously, but with his play style, you don't really look that way. Again, it is the efficiency in the scoring that is the thing that stands out. But the lack of the rebounds and the steals, because he does get those as well, too. He is a good steals guy for sure. And he can, be hovering in that triple-double range for those other stats. It just, I think, kind of maybe shows a little bit of a lack of inactivity. And that just kind of goes for any, you get a guy kind of more reduced in his role, less motion in the offense. He's going to be in the corner. It can understand why maybe you're not going to be in a position to get some boards or assist and playmaking that stuff. You're kind of refined to, you're going to be defense. You're going to be getting up shots when you're open. But obviously, we understand, Chad, a guy like Shea, if he's out on the court, it's okay. He's probably going to be able to collect 6 to 8 rebounds. He should be getting 5 to 7 assists. And again, this is just like him being on the court, not necessarily him even playing at that awesome game. He could have an awesome game where he is 8 rebounds and 6 assists, but he should be kind of similar to that anyways as well too. And Nembhard just continues to be the struggle, Chat. So it does feel like at this point that Nembhard does it feel like Nembhard's won the mental battle versus Shea? Or should we say he's winning the mental battle versus Shea at this point? I don't know, Chat. Do we have to go back and look at game? Well, we have to go back and study the Shea minutes for game 1, game 2, because again, there was that shift to getting Nembhard on him at some point. But in game 1, was Nembhard locking him down this way? And did Nembhard never get switched on him? So maybe he did, and it was one of those sneaky things where it's when Nembhard got switched on him, Shea was 1 for 4 in game 1 or whatever. But Shea on the bench, I mean, Chad, that does become an interesting thing, I guess, in this game. I guess 1 for 3, his gravity on the court is going to be one of those major player gravities that you just kind of want him out there for that. But if the other guys are hitting shots, and it's his time to go to the bench as well too, but if the other guys are hitting shots, is there not necessarily the end of the game? Do you close the game without Shea? Is this a James Harden situation? The Clippers comeback game. Not necessarily saying that. But is there a normal sort of rotation stretch, second, third quarter, where, wait, what just happened? Was Dort pushing Halliburton to the ground while they're, going through the free throw procedure? Chat. But is there a normal minutes block sort of in the middle of the game where they are feeling momentum with just this lineup of guys with Jalen Williams sort of carry? And Siakam, as we're hyping up Jalen Williams, just picks his pocket, takes it coast to coast. The foul, not able to get the and 1. But they still have the 2-point lead here, Chad. No, this is going to be a battle of a game. Back to back. We're in for a classic finals, Chad. We're in for a classic finals. I don't know, Pacers winning over the Thunder in 5. You're like, was that a classic finals actually? But these 2 games right here are going to be classic games. And again, game 1, obviously classic sort of ending, but game 3, really competitive game basically the entire time. And this game feels like we're headed in that same direction as well too, which again, credit to you know, I guess if the Thunder lose this game, credit to the Thunder for not getting necessarily destroyed in any of the games. Hey, yo, chat. It is what it is. You know, still, because they obviously, like they have throughout the entire playoffs, have shown that their highest upside basket, like their most dominant games have been the most dominant games of the playoffs, obviously. But they still have had those ups and downs performances and are still that young team that are susceptible to this type of result, chat. This is why, hey, it's the old saying, chat. This is why you play the games right here. Because I guess you never know. I mean, it feels like last year, you know, you get some years where it's like, yeah, you know, we do know the Celtics are going to win. It is what it is. But it was their time as well, too. They had sort of these moments. You know, obviously they went up against Steph in their first final, so it's a little more understandable. Like, yeah, you know, Steph will get you, chat. It is what it is. It's what Steph does. But the experience and them having to overcome these playoff moments, Halliburton with a little bit of a tough off-the-dribble three over Chet. I don't know about that shot, chat, but, you know, you got to give Halliburton the benefit of the doubt in this series. Caitlin Clark is courtside right now, so, you know, he's got to impress, I guess. But, or, you know, just for basketball standpointness. But once again, to the WNBA, maybe this is the WNBA's takeover time because we've got somehow Caitlin Clark on one TV and Angel Reese on another TV, chat, and Caitlin Clark's not even playing. She's sidelined at the finals game right now. But we've got Sky versus Dream on the other TV, which we should mention. Good game as well, too, chat. 56-53. The Dream, or who did we say? The game is the Sky versus Dreams. I don't know what we just said for the matchup, but it's the Chicago Sky versus the Atlanta Dream. They're in Atlanta, chat. They've got, I mean, maybe the most confusing jersey matchup of the entire basketball. You know, just any basket. Look overseas. You know, EuroLeague, chat. I forget the name. What's the Euro? Is it just EuroLeague? Eurobasket? What's the league that like Real Madrid is in and stuff? But maybe is Real Madrid a league or just a team or a soccer team or in an NBA team or a basketball team? I don't know, chat. But we've got just like 17 different shades of blue on this. I guess, you know, get to your Tubi right now and throw on the WNBA game just to see what the jersey matchup is, chat. But it is a wild clash. I didn't even know like this type of thing was allowed. But the Atlanta Dream court right now is a sort of dark blue to light blue gradient. So we've got, you know, it goes gradient sort of from the baseline into the center of the court. The Sky are wearing a light blue jersey and the Dream are wearing a dark blue jersey. So we got blue jerseys on the court and a blue court, and it's just, you know, we got the Thunder fan was feeling blue there for a second because they thought they were going to lose the finals, and it's just a lot of blue right now, chat, going on. It's a lot to keep up, but the Dream were struggling with it as well too in the first half. They were 3 for 20 from the 3-point line in the first half. Hey, yo, chat, do they go 10-minute quarters in the WNBA? Maybe, I think so, Chad. So, you know, you think 23 is in even a little bit of a shortened game as well, too. You're borderline historic territory. What were the Celtics taking for threes? The Celtics didn't take 100 threes, did they? What was the record there, Chad? 73s in that one game, I think, versus, was that first round versus the Knicks? Game 1, Siakam! The monster dunk, chat. Oh, no, the first quarter. Okay, they're going to need Shea. Get Shea back in the game. Case and Wallace trying to slow down the offense. The just kind of random pass back out to Caruso, chat. Caruso, the drive, gets it to go. But you got Case and Wallace, Wiggins, Caruso, Jalen Williams, and Chet out there. Chad, this is just, I mean, again, forget what we said about Shea earlier. We need Shea to pop up at some point. I mean, this is really like the Avengers are kind of, you know, they're holding off whoever, but it's like, you know, we need Iron Man, we need Cap, we need our main guy to be the star player at the end of the day, because, you know, there is a sort of a shakiness in the playmaking ability, the sort of, or should we say the on-ball creation ability. Other than, you know, you start getting Case and Wallace and Caruso and stuff having to create for themselves, and it's like, okay, you know, we just in case, like, let's get Shea back in the game. But 30-31, once again, they continue to respond, chat. But I got to say, I kind of feel like, I don't know if you can tell, our confidence has kind of fully flipped into the Pacers at this point. it is what it is. Again, they are at home, so just the backing of the crowd, it feels like they're just on the brink of just kind of letting loose paws, at any moment, chat. But regardless, I am just feeling like I'm a little bit more confident in the Pacers. Close game or to, sort of pull away as well too. But who knows if the math is math in that same way as well. So we have seen everybody so far make an appearance, except for Isaiah Joe, I guess. Well, was he out there for a split second, chat? Maybe. Kendrick Williams, maybe for a split second as well too. But 33-30, once again, one of the better scoring quarters of the series so far. So, Thunder with a quick bucket here right after the timeout, I guess. We got some Shea right away. Oh, no, Kendrick Williams is in the game right now. Oh, okay, so the box score, of course, is ahead of us. So, yeah, Isaiah Joe just now entering the game. Kendrick Williams as well, too. So, who scored? Oh, McConnell scored. Wait, who scored? Oh, Shea scored. Okay, chat. The game better catch up here. We're missing the action. Pause. But, the draft quickly approaching, chat. Ayo. Spurs, number 2. That doesn't count as a mention, chat. That doesn't count as a mention. We pulled it back. That was like did the wrist break on the strike attempt? I don't know there. But that doesn't fully count. We still get more Spurs mentions later on. So, this is the McConnell minutes, chat, and immediately impacting with that little baseline jumper. Speaking of Isaiah Joe on defense. So McConnell on Isaiah Joe. Do we need to go back and track that kind of matchup as well too? Does McConnell get those steals when Isaiah Joe is in the game? So there's the baseline, chat, or the mid-range jumper for Shea right there. Just straight pull up right over the top of Nembhard. Don't even worry about it. Just that classic Shea stuff, and pause, but that confidence as well too, where you just feel like, okay, if he's in that 17 feet range, it's just going in. He's gonna make the shot. McConnell gets back to the free throw line, and he's aggressive right now, Chad. He's almost looking for his bucket a little bit. Does he feel like he's a star player right now? It's like I can score on these guys, but he gets right to the basket, gets right to the free throw line. 2 good buckets, and it is Isaiah Joe once again. Maybe that's Rick Carlisle just being like, okay, we're attacking Isaiah Joe regardless of who it is. If it's TJ McConnell, if it's Nembhard, if it's Halliburton, if it's Mathurin, back for another awesome finals game after a historic game off the bench. And we were looking at the stats in the last live stream at the end of that from the perspective of him scoring as a bench scorer in the finals, but there was also good stats floating around as well too for him scoring as a just any players in general for sort of guys his age, for like, I think it was like 22 or younger, scoring. And maybe there was a little minutes thing in there as well too, but definitely for the 27 or more points. And it was like Benedict Mathurin next to Luka, Tony Parker, Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson. I guess MJ wouldn't have been in the finals that young, but there's maybe LeBron would have. Was LeBron 22 in that 07 finals, chat? Holy cow. But Kendrick Williams, the offensive rebound. Ties it. 1 point game, chat. Okay, the full court shot, not able to get it to go. Whew. If you're a Thunder fan, you're like, this is just our kind of game. They're going to hit a 80-foot three-pointer at the end of the quarter. But a 1 point quarter, if you're the Thunder, you'll take it, chat. Basically even, and you're not feeling too bad about the fact that the Pacers played that well, had that much energy, and the game is this close. Because again, the energy feels like it's the major thing so far. You get a good enough Jalen Williams quarter to keep you in that game, and if Shea can continue to turn it around here and play with confidence in the rest of the quarters, then they will still be in a good shape with the game being this close. But let's take a quick break, chat. First quarter, and we'll be back to see if the Thunder can keep this one close in a second. chat. Oh, testing 1, 2. There we go. We're back, and they were running promos for the new F1 movie that is about to drop. Which, make no mistake, chat, we are very excited. Is that the day after the draft? Ooh, that's a close scheduling matchup there between the NBA and the theaters, chat. Because I mean, if we had to pick between like I guess if it was round 2 of the NBA draft versus F1. Sorry, NBA draft. We might be sitting in that F1 theater. It is what it is. But round 1 of the NBA draft for F1, I guess the thing is Spurs are the second pick, so we could potentially get like a late showing, sort of like after like the first maybe 5 picks or something, and then maybe hit the theaters for F1. But in the trailers for it, chat, they had the blurbs that all the critics blurbs, because again, it's about to drop, so they had the screeners and stuff. You know, they're starting to get to the critics reviews in the promos to get us to try to see it. And I mean, it's all your standard, you know, praise for the movie. It's like Brad Pitt as a race car driver like you've never seen him before. Damson Idris is a star, all that stuff. But one of them just said straight up, it literally just said best movie ever. So, I mean, chat, high expectations for F1. I mean, it's the best movie of all time. I mean, again, a lot of times you see hyperbolic praise, chat. Hey, yo, whoa. I was gonna say dictionary, Jay, but pause. Ayo, chat. But you know, a lot of times you do see like, oh, you know, genre bending, the pushing movies forward. This is a 10 out of 10. This will break your brain. All this different stuff, but just best movie ever. Chat, I'm all in. So, I mean, if I was in anyways, just with the sort of action F1 themed movie, Brad Pitt in a Damson Idris, who I forget which TV show he starred in, chat, but one of them that seemed like it was, is it Snowfall? I forget which one. We just added a couple of TV shows to the, what are we looking up here, chat? We just added a couple of TV shows to the watch list, and I don't remember which one that we added in was he was a part of. But here, we'll double check it here, chat, real quick, just in case. And of course, you know, star of the Met Gala as well too. Oh, it is Snowfall, chat. John Singleton is Snowfall. I didn't even realize that, chat, when we added it to the list. Hey yo, I thought we were gonna be watching Empire, but I guess it's gonna be Snowfall, chat. It is what it is. Damson Idris. I forget what scene I saw on Instagram, but it was like, oh, you know, best scene ever, and I was like, oh well, I guess. But you talked me into it. I'm watching the show now. But what do we got? 60 episodes? It's not crazy either, chat. You start getting, you know, wild with the amount. I'm not against it. It's like, oh, a ton to watch here, but also a lot to catch up on. Siakam in the corner for 3. Okay, wait. Speaking of catching up, chat, Thunder only down by 2. But if John Singleton, you know, R.I.P. the legend, chat. But if John Singleton was involved, created by, so obviously, I'm guessing directing and stuff as well too. Written, I guess that's not necessarily directing every episode, but yeah, you know, as the creator, definitely the quality, the way it's talked about on Instagram, sounds like John Singleton was very hands-on as well too, chat. But and I guess when did what were the years for this show as well too, chat? So it did go into 2023, so I guess, you know, maybe not every season as well, unfortunately. But yeah, this is a crazy one. So I guess what other ones did I just add to the watch list? Because I don't think I'm logged in on the computer here, chat. So let me see. What did I just add for TV shows? Are they going to be this soon in the watch list? Oh, I did just put a bunch of movies in as well too, chat. A bunch of John Malkovich ones, but let's see here if it is in reasonable scrolling distance. Oh, wait a second. I thought I had looked at it before Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, but I guess not, chat. The Curse? Okay, The Curse. I forgot about that one, but I guess so. Because Simmons and Klosterman were just talking about that new Nathan Fielder show, The Rehearsal, which sounds a lot better than The Curse, but The Curse does have Emma Stone, so, you know, that one might get watched. But is Emma Stone in The Rehearsal? If you put Emma Stone in The Rehearsal, then make no mistake, chat, we'll be watching that season of The Rehearsal. It is what it is. But, yeah, if she's in The Curse, then it probably is going to be watching The Curse. So, yeah, I guess I forget what the other show was. as well too, because it wasn't Empire. Empire's been in the watch list for a minute, chat. But it was I feel like it was another FX show as well too, something along those lines. Because again, with some of the streaming stuff as well too, you can kind of get lost if you're not like, oh, I'm locked in on what Hulu is up to from the original standpoint. But obviously, you know, FX and then they do a good job over there, chat. Rem and Sam, I would say we're pro FX, the TV show quality making stuff over there, because they kind of, you know, the prestige, but also seems like it's fun stuff going on. But again, it's just us not watching TV shows as well too, which is why we haven't watched it. And you know, instead we'll watch other John Singleton vehicles. I mean, you know, chat, we'll even, you know, we'll make sure to put Poetic Justice on the TV when it's on a Tubi or a Pluto run or something like that. But the Pacers still with a 3-point lead. Make it a 1-point lead. Shea with a little mid-range shot. And we should mention as well too. Should we mention that? The Dream, 79-62. So in the fourth quarter here, they've completely taken over the lead. The home court scheme to confuse the sky with the jerseys in the court has definitely worked. And they're bordering on a 20-point game here. But we'll see. Maybe home court second half, chat. Will it be the theme of the night? And is Paige Beckers up next, chat? So, you know, WNBA superstar doubleheader. And that does show you, again, you know, not a hot take here, like, oh, Paige Beckers and Angel Reese are stars. But just that continued, I guess, in that dialogue of like, oh, is WNBA versus Caitlin Clark type of thing. Like, it is also, oh yeah, this is also WNBA as well too, because a night like this, like, oh yeah, star-powered doubleheader type night that I actually want to sit down and watch. Guess what? Caitlin Clark's not playing, chat. So, you know, there's still like, again, oh, hot take, other stars in the league, but you know, just a reminder, chat, and also again, maybe like not the non-aces, non-Liberty as well too. So, you know, and you know, less teams as well too, but earlier on they're still in a great spot for where they're at, obviously. Caruso with the back cut, and the Thunder now have the lead, chat, 44-43. Okay, so now it becomes like, oh, wait a second, what's going on? But like we were saying, you know, the energy of the game has definitely been in favor of the Pacers so far, and the Thunder have at least been able to keep it this close. And this is with Shea now hitting a couple buckets, getting back in rhythm. Kendrick Williams on TJ McConnell. They're like, okay, we just have to take TJ McConnell out of the game now, chat. Who does Ben Shepherd guard? Cason Wallace at this point? Maybe? I guess Ben Shepherd guards Shea. I guess what we say, who guards Ben Shepherd? What? But McConnell with Shea now on him. So who was he attacking earlier? Oh, Isaiah Joe's not on the court anymore, chat. That's who it is. Oh, gets right past him, chat. Cooking Shea, the MVP. Is that your MVP? Hey, yo, chat. TJ McConnell from the you know, out of the hills to challenge the MVP, trying to get the throne. TJ McConnell, I don't think would. TJ McConnell would definitely, if this was like definitely a, well, you know, if this was a kind of a situation, chat, we definitely have to be like, why does TJ McConnell get the challenge for the throne? But, you know, again, it's just in a basketball version of that. TJ McConnell would not be a guy that you would pick against Shea to win that type of matchup. But you would be like, oh, of course, TJ McConnell just randomly got Shea. And now, oh, TJ McConnell's king of the NBA? What just happened? Hey, yo. But Neesmith drives, Chet! The monster defense. And we haven't seen a ton of Hartenstein here as well, too, chat, as of late. Dagnall's big move to start the game, getting Hartenstein back. So, you know, again, halfway through the second quarter, we'll see how they close. But it feels like playing a little bit faster might be sort of the right theme so far, chat. So, yeah, hey, yo, shout out Damson Interest. Shout out RIP John Single. Wait a second, I just saw CIA. The series also explores the CIA's involvement in the fight against communism. Hey, yo, Chad, this series goes deep. Hey, yo, pause. But CIA operative Teddy McDonald, portrayed by Carter Hudson. Oh, we don't have a image search on Carter Hudson playing a CIA agent, chat. This is okay. So we got to keep an eye on an action star rising here, chat. A Crime to Remember, American Horror Story, Snowfall. So, definitely making waves in the TV, TV realm as well too. And again, a guy like Damson Idris, already starring in the best movie of all time. So his star power is already being solidified, Chad. That's crazy. Can we find the F1 review that says best movie ever? F1 best movie ever. No spoilers, chat, but you feel like, oh, best move ever? No. Oh, wait, not the best F1 movie ever. Top 9 Formula 1 films? There's more Formula 1 films? Oh, Rush? With Chris Hemsworth? Senna? Wait, who stars in this, chat? Those eyes, they look familiar. I feel like we should know who that is, but this also, is this like an older movie or a newer movie? This is kind of a vague poster here, chat. A real mystery. Hey, yo, Weekend of Champions. Brett Ratner. Hey, yo, chat. Jackie Stewart. What is this? Probably not going to watch that, but hey, yo, let's just go ahead and skip that one, chat. But let's go ahead and watch the one with Brad Pitt. But okay, wait. So F1. Oh, let's go 2025. Let's kind of narrow it down to just this movie, chat. Best. Oh, ayo, we can't even spell. Oh no, we can't, chat. Best movie ever. Review. Really narrow this down. Let's see here, chat. Oh, it's gonna try to AI this one. We'll pay attention if they show that trailer again and see if they get. Will the critic take credit for? Stand behind your takes. Whoever had the take for F1 is the best movie of all time. Stand behind it, for sure. I mean, obviously, being favorably reviewed is encouraging, epic, impressive. All the coolest and most entertaining movie. Okay, so this is what I'm saying, chat. Like, this is the type of stuff that you usually get in reviews. The coolest and entertaining movie you'll ever see. Okay, so ever see is involved again in here. But coolest and most entertaining feels like enough qualifiers where you're not just saying, okay, is F1 better than Goodfellas? Just straight up, chat. One watch. This reviewer had one watch, and he's like, I've seen it enough. It's better. The Godfather. I guess hot take, chat. Have we seen The Godfather? It is what it is. But it's a long one, chat. 3.5. I have 3.5 hours in 2025. It is what it is. But is it just straight up better than Goodfellas? Is it just straight up better than Shawshank Redemption? What are the other unanimous best movie? Gone with the Wind, chat. The Wizard of Oz. I don't know which old movie has aged the best, but I mean, Well, I guess not everything. Wizard of Oz is aged well. I guess gonna be tough, chat, to go back to a movie to the 30s and 40s and be like, oh yeah, this actually holds up pretty well. But yeah, I guess AI. I don't know. ChatGPT would be as up to date to be like, which movie reviewer said that? ChatGPT, can you uncover which movie reviewer said that this one is the best movie of all time? Variety. Is epic racing movie is blah blah blah. GPFans.com. 9 to 5 Mac. The first review. Tech Radar. The world's first haptic trailer. Oh. Okay. But Games Radar. I guess, what are these reviews, Chad? These aren't, I mean, shout out. All very well respected publications, I'm very sure. But where did Rolling Stone go? I guess does Pitchfork do movie reviews, Chad? Case and Wallace to Sidestep 3. I feel like his offense has been a little, a little weak. Yo, chat. This finals. But F1 movie review? Okay, so it is really just gpfans.com. Those were the only people at the screener, apparently. So I don't know what that means, chat. The critics are saying it's good, but the critics are from gpfans.com. Okay, so yeah, Variety did have one in here as well, too. They said it's very good. Adrenaline, heart pacing, not necessarily best movie ever. Has been unveiled to members of the press. Blah, blah, blah. People loved it. The Nerdist Break Room contribute. Maud Garrett. Ooh, Maud Garrett. They definitely know what they're talking about. This movie is so freaking good and hypothesized if she would have liked it even more if... Oh! The page reload, chat! Hey, yo. I wasn't even reading ahead. I don't even know what it said. Articles 5, 4... What is this countdown? Oh, an ad? Can we skip this? Here we go, chat. Okay. What was that? Hey, yo. But, so where were we? Where'd Maud Garrett go? Oh, yeah, here we go. She would have liked it even more if she was a fan of F1 racing in the first place. Yeah, I mean, that would obviously increase your love for the movie if you loved F1 more, for sure. But, Pitt headlines F1, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Brad Pitt. Whatever, chat. But during a virtual press conference, I love the first season. F1 opens in theaters. Okay, chat. So just pretty vague stuff about Brad Pitt looking hot on the screen, apparently. But okay, so best movie of all time. The F1 movie as well too. I guess, like we were saying, I feel like The Godfather is kind of the one chef. You're just like, what's the best movie of all time? I feel like that's what everybody's kind of panicked into saying at this point. Yeah, IMDb has Shawshank 1, The Godfather 2, The Dark Knight 3, The Godfather 2 number 4. Say that right, chat? The Godfather Part 2 number 4 on the ranking. Oh, Hartenstein checks back in the game and immediately gets in a fight, chat? Or was he just on the bench throwing his jersey off? But we're getting a review. Scott Foster. Oh, they brought in the extender, chat. Hey, yo. Scott Foster just broke our voice, but it is what it is. Scott Foster, the extender. It is what it is, chat. Lord of the Rings at 6. Hey, yo, chat. Nothing against Lord of the Rings. And at 9. Another franchise getting the same movies. Did we get Marvel movies? Why is there not another Batman movie up here, chat? Batman Begins not also in the top 10. Or The Dark Knight Rises, Hey, yo, chat. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly is number 10. Here's some of the best movies of all time. Okay, chat. Let's see what ChatGPT says. I know ChatGPT a little behind the times. It's not gonna have Sinners in the mix yet, chat. Yeah, what about Sinners? F1 immediately better than Sinners. Hey, yo, chat. It is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying that obviously every movie it's possible, but that was a pretty high bar to set. So, what are the best movies of all time? And I've seen these posts on Instagram with TV shows where they'll aggregate all of the critic stuff together, which is kind of what like Metacritic is and stuff, obviously. But Metacritic is some of the articles and sourcing it that way. Where what I've seen is now it's throwing in the Rotten Tomatoes score with the Metacritic, with the IMDb, with the other ones, and aggregating it to a score. So I was like, okay, this is the unanimous ones, and I forget, it was like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Mad Men, all the basic shows were up there, but it's like, okay, it's interesting to see the scoring for it as well too. But Godfather, oh yeah, Citizen Kane, chat, Casablanca, Schindler's List, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank, A Space Odyssey, Godfather, Star Wars, A New Hope, Dark Knight. ChatGPT says Dark Knight. Wait, so what was this? All-time greats. Okay, so this is the top 10. I guess. This is the solidified top 10 if ChatGPT says it. But modern masterpieces, Parasite, There Will Be Blood, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Social Network, and Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah, I think maybe 2022 would be like its most knowledgeable cutoff sort of range. International Essentials, Seven Samurai, Bicycle Thieves, Pan's Labyrinth, City of God, and Amelie 2021, Jean-Pierre Jeunet. I don't know how you say that name, chat, but it is what it is. So, yeah, pretty standard. ChatGPT not necessarily reaching too much for no hot takes, chat. Should we ask it for a hot take? Is ChatGPT able to give hot takes? ChatGPT, Stephen GPT Smith, chat, is this one. Can we get ChatGPT to name itself Stephen GPT Smith? I don't know if that'd be too confusing or not, but what is a hot take pick for best movie of all time? Is it just going to go like, whoa, High Fidelity, Annihilation, Uncut Gems, Syndicate New York, Showgirls 1995, but unironically, once considered trash, but now a cult classic and feminist satire to some, in parentheses, a truly spicy hot take. Yeah, if somebody said that was the best movie of all time. Speed Racers, Tenet, that's a hot take, chat. If somebody said Tenet was the best movie of all time, oh man. 2020's Tenet, Has it even had the legs? Hot take criteria for hot take. Annihilation. ChatGPT with some heat. High fidelity. Hey, yo, ChatGPT. Watching the live stream? I don't think so, chat. But either way, that is a hot take pick for in Annihilation as well, too. That is like a real cinema pick where movie fans would be like, have I seen Annihilation? Can I tell you if that's the best movie? I feel like maybe I've seen it once. I don't know. But there's probably some themes in there that were cool. And Uncut Gems, quote, best movie of all time. So ChatGPT quotes it as the best movie of all time. It stars Adam Sandler yelling for 2 hours. Brilliant, Sir Plaza. So I guess F1 is in the mix now, chat. Hot take with Annihilation for the best movie of all time. Isn't Jake Gyllenhaal in that? Oh, well, chat. It is what it is. But the Thunder have swung back in the lead here, chat. 6-point game. Jalen Williams back to the free throw line. Hey, yo, it's been a second, but there he is. I guess, he needed to take a break. He's already at like 8 to 10 free throws in this first half alone here. McConnell back in the game. It's looking like as well, too. We get Jalen Williams. We get Caruso. We get Dort. We get Shea. Or no, wait, we get Wiggins. So no Shea yet. 5:17 left in the second, chat. 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes here. Yeah, puts them up by that 6-point number. And we have Halliburton. So no Shea. Halliburton is out there with McConnell. McConnell, though, kind of playing that lead point guard role, actually. Turner, air ball and a 3. Just about. And next to Neesmith, kind of playing the 4-man here. So the crowd has definitely tightened up a little bit. Ayo, I mean, as you expect, but an interesting matchup time here for them without their best player on the court. Indiana does. And shout out to the Dream Chat, taking down the Sky in dominant fashion, 88-70. So they didn't even advertise who the Paige Beckers was playing. They're just like, Paige Beckers is up. Oh, I think she's playing Phoenix. Doesn't Phoenix have Sabali, who we were just looking at, is up there as having a better season for the having one of the best seasons so far, at least having one of the better scoring seasons in the W so far. So I mean, this is going to be a potentially fun player matchup as well too. Halliburton, the little step back 3, not quite able to get it to go, but that was a decent look there, chat. And he does sneaky have a really great step back. I don't break down the stats, go the percentages of his makes on his step back, but his actual step back itself, it does feel like he does get a lot of space on that step back. And it almost feels like at times he's taking too big of a step. I mean, Halliburton, though, I feel like a lot of times he's borderline overstriding. It's just part of his game. But Neesmith hits the tough 3, 48-51. Now it's just, can the Pacers kind of keep it close? But like we said, this is going to be a battle of a game. So Neesmith forces now the turnover. Was that Holmgren with the offensive foul on the screen, chat? Moving screen on Holmgren? Scott Foster, the extender, in full swing, chat. Ayo, pause! But that was an iffy one. I think Chet just skinny enough, and, he's not weak, but, Neesmith about pound for pound as strong as Chet, you would imagine, and I think just threw him off his spot there a little bit. So, points off turnovers actually in favor of the Thunder so far through the game. Dagnaw still has most of his timeouts at this point as well too, Chet. I guess, again, 51-48. They managed to continue to stay in this game like this without having to necessarily rely on that too much. Halliburton fires it into Siakam, but not able to get the layup. Hey, he had a good look there. So, yeah, I guess they have Chet, but they have Chet. Chet. But, yeah, they've abandoned sort of the big double center attempt at the lineup. But so has Indiana. No Turner on the court at this point as well, too. They've gone to Siakam at the 5. Siakam versus Chet. Chet going backdoor. Pause, Chet. Chet with the cut behind Siakam. 53-50. And there we go. Dagnaw, I feel like he's just using a timeout just to use it there. 3:19 left. Pacers down 3. Wait, did they cut that to 3? Yeah, they didn't cut that to 1. Down 3. They cut that to 3 just now. But great couple of passes by Halliburton there, too. As Siakam missed the layup, on the last time, but it was kind of a similar thing, and there was, I guess, a defender that kind of rotated baseline that time that got in his way a little bit, if I remember correctly, and that kind of is maybe why he missed the shot that time. Again, that time just wide open there. But great looks by Halliburton, so he's back in command, chat. Halliburton in command. I mean, that's what we're saying about, playing through your best players. As much as, well, Jalen Williams, I think, and Siakam are in different range. But maybe the Nembhard to Halliburton thing, where Nembhard is just always kind of going to be the counter guy off of that stuff, whereas Halliburton is, again, even if he's not taking the shots, there's still the playmaking, and just him commanding the offense is still the lead stuff you want. But we actually should pay attention a little bit to this Phoenix matchup, the Mercury as well too, because again, Sabale is having a pretty dominant year, chat, and I think they have a couple other players that I'm not remembering as well too, chat. Here, we'll pull up the roster here. 20-point a game so far is a career high after the last time, really playing for a majority of the season was in the MVP voting. Alyssa Thomas, chat, how could we forget? So Alyssa Thomas, only 6 games played. Is she playing tonight, or is she currently hurt with some injury? I guess, do they have the injuries listed for the W on Basketball Reference? I don't know, chat, but we'll give it a Goog and just see what we get. Alyssa Thomas spoils Paige Becker's return in career night. Okay, so Alyssa Thomas is looking like playing again. So this is a rematch then, I guess, chat, if we're seeing that. Should we just check here on the scorecard and see if that is actually correct? Oh, they're playing the Aces, chat. Okay, lock in. Never mind. We're all good to go. An excuse to watch our team, chat. We are down. Or yeah, we're big fans, chat. We knew the schedule. Hey, we're still learning. We're not over here claiming to be who's the NBA super fan? Jimmy Goldstein? Hopefully that's the guy's name, chat. But I think that is pretty, yeah, Jimmy Goldstein, right? Shout out NBA superfan. Is this AI Jimmy Goldstein right here, chat? This is, I mean, I feel like the outfits are not necessarily, well, obviously, are they difficult to replicate because they're complicated, but his style is pretty unique. Like the hat, jacket, bandana combo, chat, I feel like is pretty iconic. You can kind of just look for his silhouette courtside at games. Be like, oh yeah, there's Jimmy. Hey yo. But yeah, so Alyssa Thomas and Sabale, that's a pretty crazy combination. And then Kalia Cooper as well too, and Kalani Brown. Yeah. So they are a fun lineup there. 7-4 to start. A couple of tough losses. Seattle, Minnesota, of course, is one. So 2 losses to Minnesota to start. Is that also 2 losses to Minnesota, 2 losses to Seattle, chat? So I don't know if they're kind of splitting. Are they kind of going back and forth with teams in these little mini series here? Sabale 15, Alyssa Thomas 16, and I don't know if, well, yeah, I'm saying this because I'm not knowledgeable WNBA, but I don't remember if the Sun had the score next to Thomas the way that Sabale would be. Yeah, DeWanna Bonner was 15 a game last year. She was obviously really great for him. Carrington really stepped up. They had a great collection of talent around her with the two-way ability of all of those players. But in terms of an individual bucket getter, I don't think she's played with, obviously, a Sabale level individual talent. So Thomas as the playmaker, defender person with the other sort of scores, it could be fun. Toppin flying in for the putback slam, chat. Hey, yo, 52-53. But I guess the Aces are playing. So I guess I'm, chat. Are we bummed out we're not going to, hey, yo, Sabale? I guess we'll just have to go look up Sabale on Instagram just to see what the Phoenix Mercury are actually up to. But we'll watch the Aces then, just in case. And, Paige Beckers is going to be needed. She's going to be needed tested against the best of the best, chat, for sure, to see how great she really is going to be. And unfortunately, Kelsey Plum, she's talking back to Kelsey Plum the other day. Kelsey Plum not on the Aces anymore to challenge her. Because, a fired up Kelsey Plum going against Paige Beckers tonight would be nice to have. So Paige Beckers, can you talk a little smack to A'ja Wilson next time you see her, and then get A'ja Wilson be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna drop 42 next time I see the Wings, because do the Wings have the interior presence, chat, to go with A'ja Wilson tonight? Segrist, McCowan is out, chat, and Segrist is out as well too. Wait, here, let's go re-pull up the Wings roster and double check. I think we might actually have to log in real quick and see if we can bet the A'ja Wilson overs if she was playing tonight, because hey, yo, chat, 1-10 is crazy. Their one win versus the Sun was a pretty impressive win. And Beckers, of course, was hurt up until the last game, like they were saying, against this team as well too. So yeah, very reliant on their backcourt between Beckers and Agumbawale. We'll definitely be looking for some front court help in the offseason via the draft or free agency. How will we get this team better? But they will have to just wait and suffer through amazing scoring performances by forwards probably like A'ja Wilson and Brianna Stewart and Sabale and whoever else when they play them. But Jonquil Jones also on the Liberty. Chat. Collier, how can we forget about Collier? Literally, MVP front runner at this point. But do they have the over-under? Okay, so she's at 20 points a game this year, a little bit lower for A'ja. Chat, what's going on with A'ja Wilson? She's not scoring 25 points a game in historic numbers every season so far. The 21 is actually probably like, she's been scoring like 33 points a game, and like James Harden scoring 32 a game in Houston there, and now she's back down to like 27, and it's like, oh, what's going on with A'ja Wilson? 26 a game this year in the NBA? It's like, but I think everything's still we're still fine. Aces fans are happy. This is not do we need to trade first round picks for your star player? And maybe that will happen, chat, but that is the nice thing about the W right now. It's like, those aren't the first things you immediately think about. Is, oh, well, we're not going to win the title this year. We're not favored to win the title this year. Do we have to blow it up? Do we have to trade? Hey, chat, do we have to trade everybody? Do we have to reset this team? Do we have to try to figure out if our star player is worth how many first-round draft picks, and are those picks going to be, in the lottery, and are we going to get, what's the strength of this draft? Is this the Cooper Flag draft or the Richer-Shane draft? What's going on here? But what do we got in the review? Scott Foster, what's going on? Toppin, follow-through contact will result in a flagrant foul. Flagrant penalty 1. Okay, so Toppin is fine. Toppin's still in the game, but flagrant 1, obviously not great to end the half here, down 3. Give the Thunder a couple of free shots and the basket in a close game. Basically 2 possessions in a 1-possession game, chat. Hey, oh, wait, did Toppin get fouled? Okay, we're locked in, chat. Stop paying it. Oh, well, we'll pay attention. We'll just be better, pay attention to both, I guess. So Toppin at the free throw line. Okay, chat, so much more interesting than, let's say, a 1-possession game. All of a sudden you're giving the other team 2 possessions. I guess either way, but the team that is in the lead as well, too. It's like, oh, now the game is starting to get out of hand. Okay, Toppin 1 for 1 on the free throws. Not necessarily not Steph Curry, but could still potentially go 2 for 2 there. Halliburton, was he mic'd up last game as well too, or just this game? There was one, I think maybe it was the last game where they were like Halliburton mic'd up for the whole game. I was like, wait a second, how is this not an ESPN Plus game? You have Halliburton on the mic. Can we not just get ESPN Plus? I'm paying for the subscription. Maybe even do a pay-per-view on the ESPN Plus UFC style, where it's like $10, the Halliburton feed, where now I'm just Halliburton. And I guess, could that get really interesting with the plays and stuff? Now it's like, okay, the assistant coach for the pace, I guess, they're on the court. They're listening to Halliburton call everything out. So it's not like, oh, we need to tap into the feed to learn what Halliburton is saying or whatever. It's not like a coach is, the coach mic'd up might be a little bit of a different thing, because then you start getting, but even still, Halliburton into the huddles and stuff. So maybe you have a little bit of discretion with when he's, you figure out when to mute or when not. Maybe Halliburton, you figure out, okay, Halliburton's sort of got privileges on his mic for when he can mute and unmute and decide what. But Pacers back up by 2. Hey, yo, chat. Hartenstein in the game to end the second half. Trying to play a 2-man game here. Pause with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It goes back to Cason Wallace. A little mid-range, top of the key. Oh, Cason Wallace. That's the most clutch shot of his career, chat. It is the second half winding down, but tying the game back up. He hasn't necessarily been automatic from the field tonight. So confident still, though, in his offensive game. He's had, not great, but been confident, though, chat. The confidence is great. Halliburton, speaking of confidence, driving to the rim and one. Indiana surrounding. Oh, there's his dad, chat. Shout out John Halliburton. Sitting baseline. Hey, yo. I don't know if his jersey is paying homage to his getting suspended pass, chat, or his shirt. But going with the striped shirt is a funny vibe for our guy tonight. So free throw good. 3-point lead. 28 seconds left in the half, chat. You'd imagine, not getting it inbound. Imagine a little Shai. Gil just, a little one-on-one here. But it is going to be Jay Williams taking the ball up the court. Pick and roll with Hartenstein. Shai just kind of drifting, chat, like he's been doing. The J-Dub pull-up. Oh, it rims around, chat. Hey, yo. It spins out. Halliburton, end of the quarter, shot clock winding down. This is moment. Siakam, Nembhard, he's open. The 3. Oh, chat. Nesmith misses the tip. Hey, yo, chat. Nesmith misses the rebound opportunity off that 3-point attempt by Nembhard. So not able to add one more bucket there to end the half. But a 3-point lead by Indiana. All the ebbs and flows, both teams. It's like, whew. They're just happy to get to the end of the half, chat. I feel like with the way this game was playing with, however, it would have been a close game there. You're like, okay, we'll take it. It is what it is. Indiana, if Indiana was down, I guess again with the energy of the home crowd, even them down by 3 would have been a little bit like, okay, that's not great. A 3-point game like this is like, okay, we win these games. These are ugly games. It's the Thunder we're not denying the Thunder aren't a great team. We still just think we can win against this team. So them winning is them proving that confidence as well too. Defense obviously tightening up a little bit. Pause in the second quarter there as well too, as the scoring increases or decreases just a little bit off of that pretty hectic first quarter there. But J-Dub, let's see here, chat, is for the game at 16. Shai back to 12 for the game as well too. Chet was 6 and Caruso with 11, chat. The Caruso J-Dub game is what is Shai goes. Siakam with 14. Siakam might win Finals MVP, chat. I mean, it's not off the table. I am not against it as well too. Would it be a little Iguodala Steph, chat? It might be a little Iguodala Steph because obviously Halliburton's impact has been felt and his clutchness as well too this entire playoff run has been. I mean, again, you could be a Robert Horry type clutch guy and be the role guy, but also have that sort of dynamic as the team relies on you at the end of the game. But also Halliburton, again, has been the lead offensive guy and the creating stuff as well too. So as the leader of the team who can also be the clutch guy on the team, it is a great thing that it would be a great representation if he obviously won the Finals MVP and if he was able to get that award. But Siakam has had such a good playoff run here, and his stats have been able to continue through the finals. So I don't know if we can get finals here, chat. We're going the long way to look up these stats, but if we can just go at least the first 3 games, and we know that he's played well so far in the first half too, I feel like his stats are going to look pretty good. Obviously, 18, 7, and 3, 45% for the game. Halliburton is 51, 39, 17, 7, and 7. Okay, so Halliburton is pacing right now for Pacers if they would win Finals MVP. Let's see what Jalen Williams has to do to catch up, chat. 20 a game, 32 a game for Shai. Hey, yo. And again, the thing is, even with Shea playing bad games, he's still going to be probably pretty close to what J-Dub is putting up points-wise. J-Dub's having a great game. He's 16 to 12. So the efficiency is definitely there. Shea is still taking even 3 more shots, chat. So I don't even, is it worth trying to do the math and figure out, if Jalen Williams can even make up a 12-point per game difference? He's going to have to put up 40. He's going to have to put up like 24 in the second half here. And really snag the game. Because I guess that would be maybe if he did get to the best individual scoring performance and then hovered around being equally impactful to Shea in a couple of games, that would be an interesting dynamic. But it's a uphill battle for him at this point as well too. But don't go anywhere, chat. The second half is going to be another action-packed half. You guys know it. Pacers Thunder. It's a battle. This series is shaping up to be a classic. Shea versus Halliburton is not disappointing, chat. Siakam entertaining as well, too. So let's take a quick break, and then second half, chat, underway after this. Okay, chat, we are back, and I can't believe we glossed over this in the box score as well, too. But, because I feel like, we're the kings of the plus-minus stats sometimes, but Shai Gilgeous, I mean, just jumping off the page at you, chat. 12 points, minus 11 from the field. So not only is his, again, some early on, just his aggression on offense hasn't necessarily been there. Some of the overall impact is lacking a little bit as well, too. 1 turnover, chat. 2 rebounds. 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks. Again, 6 for 11 from the field. So it's test time, chat. He's on pace for 24 if he does the 12 and 12. I believe in him, chat. I believe in him second half. Shai's going to step up. I mean, these guys know, they always start, guys block out the noise and stuff. You got to listen to the noise. Shai, listen to it. We're telling you, we need you in this moment to play well. The Thunder, they're down, they're not playing down by 3 after the way they played. It's not necessarily the worst place in the world, but there is, like I said, the energy and the mentality of the game so far does seem to be in favor of the Thunder, and Shai at least proving that he is confident in this game, I feel like is the thing that we need to see. And him scoring a little bit more in that second quarter is him getting back on track. But as long as there is a swagger to Shai in the second half, then the Oklahoma City, because as I'm talking, you're like, oh yeah, Shai needs to score 3 other stuff. Like, yeah, that's true. But again, Jalen Williams playing a good game, other guys stepping up is totally fine as well too. But they just need to be confident that their best player is good to go. I think in the second half for them to be in a better spot to win this game. And they just showed on the ticker chat at the bottom of this game that ESPN's gonna be tomorrow the UFL championship. I guess we didn't know the UFL necessarily, the cycle for the schedule, but this is championship. So NBA Finals and the UFL championship overlap. I saw Dallas. I thought it was Dallas, one of the teams, chat. UFL championship is crazy, chat. It's not even one of the options on the scorecard to look at. We can get NBA G League scores pulled up, but not the UFL. Apparently, ESPN, the UFL is literally your league. Here we go. UFL championship game is pretty crazy. Bryce Perkins gets surprised with UFL and Bryce Perkins, UFL MVP. Isn't that former Virginia quarterback? Maybe. I think that name sounds familiar, and I feel like maybe we had stock in him as an NBA guy as well, or NFL guy as well too. So. I'm not surprised. There's literally, we can't even access a box score. There's literally no information for the UFL chat. They're not doing any work into putting... This is why the league is dying, chat. That's why the league doesn't work. There's no way to follow the league. It's just, nothing exists for the league. They just feel like nobody's going to be visiting this page, so there's no reason to, I guess, waste space on it. But, yeah, wait, who was in the championship again? Dallas versus who? The Defenders versus the Panthers? Wait a second. I don't think Dallas. DC Defenders versus Michigan Panthers. Okay, chat. Michigan. Do we become sneaky? Do we have to be Michigan fans or San Antonio fans, chat? Or Arlington Renegades is not bad. Memphis Showboats is kind of fun, too. 2-8. Birmingham Stallions. 7-3, but not in the championship game. Getting a little bit of a... easy way to bandwagon. They're a great team, but underachieved. Same with the Battlehawks as well too. But the Showboats, and I guess San Antonio is 1-9, so we would just pick straight up the worst team in the league, chat. Hey yo, I guess that has to be the choice. The Memphis Showboats and San Antonio, and I guess the Memphis Showboats does feel like the natural team to gravitate toward. UFL.com takes you to Florida, chat. University of Florida. Okay, so once again, UFL losing chat. They can't even buy at theufl.com. Okay, makes sense. They can't even get UFL.com from the University of Florida. That is the University of Florida is singularly a bigger entity than the UFL. Is that true, chat? How much revenue did the... Here, can we go UFL revenue? Will they even know the UFL... what we're talking about? United Football League 2024 salaries. How much did the... Is this ChatGPT, chat? Can we ask it here? How... a stark pivot. Is that the right way to use that word? just a pivot away from a dramatic pivot away from the best movies conversation. How much did the UFL make as a league in 2025? I guess we'll just add, maybe it'll just give us the most recent year that it knows, and then we'll see. It's broke, Chad. It literally does not know. There's no official public reports of the UFL's total revenue in 20. It does not exist. The money that the UFL made this league is a shadow league. It's just all embezzled and laundered money, and this league is definitely fake, chat. But a Reddit user with access to NFL advertising sold during the season shared UFL sold approximately 3.7 million in broadcast commercial spots across the first 8 weeks. $6,750 per ad. Losses for 24-25 are believed to be in the 40 to 60 million range, just modestly lower than the XFL's estimated $60 million loss. A separate report claimed that UFL grossed approximately $500 million in revenue in recent seasons, though it emphasized most of the money came from investor capital sponsorship broadcast deals, not fan-driven sales. Yeah, it makes sense, chat, as you would probably need to have fans to have fan-driven sales. But how much did the UFL make as a league bottom line? Estimated to lose. So the league is not even making money. It's losing $40 to $60 million a year. But if its estimated gross revenue is $500 million, I feel like, okay, how much did the University of Florida make in 2025? Would they be in the $1 billion range? I mean, the money that's brought in, but the money that maybe in a weird sort of net gross. I guess we don't do finances, chat. But how much did the University of Florida make in 2025? A simple question. Still, it has. Whoa, chat! I saw some Florida website icons there. We were going behind some paywalls, maybe, or it's just doing the math on some of the stuff. For the University of Florida Academic Institution, the last full year data we have for fiscal year is 23-24. Okay, so, either way, close enough. But operating revenues, mainstream education revenue services, blah, 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 $2.7 billion, a 6.5 increase from the prior year. Non-operating revenues accounted for 37% of total revenues. So state appropriations, grants, investment income accounted for 37% of. So state investments, or state appropriation, investment income, and grants is about a third of what they're technically making for revenues. So total revenue, $4.7 billion, 57% operating, plus 37% non-operating, plus 6% other. Okay, so Rem and Sam learned business live on the pod from ChatGPT. But athletics department, the athletics department alone. Okay, so the University of Florida athletics department alone reported $200 million in operating revenues, driven by ticket sales, concessions, parking programs, sales, and nearly matched that in expenses. So they're breaking even there, I guess. But football alone generated $100 million in revenue. Basketball and baseball, I guess I don't know why there's some stuff crossed out here, but net athletic surplus is about $20 million. But much of that from capital gifts and investments. Without those, athletics essentially broke even. So, I mean, NIL, basically, NIL collectives and stuff is essentially what they're talking about. Capital gifts, chat. Hey, yo. Investment gains? Should we ask it to break down capital gifts for the university? Can we get a spreadsheet of what kind of information can we get on the ChatGPT chat? I guess can we get a spread? It's gonna be like, this is illegal. Can we get a spreadsheet of the feds invade the Rem and Sam pod live? Can we get a spreadsheet of the capital gifts? I don't know, chat. Maybe it can give us this information. Maybe not. Maybe it can give us a approximate information. Here's a summary of the University of Florida capital gifts based on the latest public available information. Okay, so capital gifts received $10 million fundraising via Gators boosters is all it was supposed to get. Okay, so Yeah, I don't know. Sam learns finance about the University of Florida is not too interesting. But, so maybe the UFL is like the SEC. I mean, you'd think, again, with college sports, the individual conferences as well, too, just feel more successful than the leagues. But, who knows, Chad? Money's a funny thing. You never know. Maybe the weird collective of it all somehow works. And I don't know, the socialist aspect of the college sports in a way, the revenue sharing, we'll get back in the ChatGPT and break it all down. But here we go. Second half underway. Pacers with the 2-point lead. And Dallas Aces just chugging right along, Chat. We got to pay attention to that. Aces only up by 1 point. Maybe we don't pay attention. Hey, yo. Again, do they have can the wing stop is Asia Wilson? Asia Wilson's playing tonight, Chat. But can the Aces match the backcourt? Because the youth of the backcourt for the Aces, I guess, it's not like for the Wings, the Aces don't necessarily have an old backcourt, but, still. Beckers, Ogumwale in the prime of their career. It is a tough, athletic, fun matchup for them to go, guys. Nembhard, the little mid-range step back. Chat. The Pacers have entered the half cooking, but still the Thunder, they scored right away as well, too. 62-64. Jalen Williams, the little midi, not able to get it to go. Chat. How long can Jalen Williams keep up with the Pacers players? Miles Turner, top of the key. 3. No good. Turner's been a little, the offense. The offense for everybody right now. It's a close game. It's a big moment. It's tense, Chat. Who's gonna step up? This is a big moment right now. A big moment, Jim. Big third down. Big third quarter, Jim. Jalen Williams for 3. Oh, Jalen Williams back missed shots. Shea. Okay, time. Third quarter snack time. It is what it is, Chat. But this is the tenseness of this moment is going to be different to overcome than just, a guy they need to play well schematically or whatever for this team to win. Schematics start to break down. It's just about the dudes, Is Turner a dude, Chat? This is a separates the boys from the, this is a puberty game right here, Chat. This separates the boys from the men. From the men. It is what it is. But the stars are a Star is Born game. I don't know. There's probably a better title for it. ChatGPT, help us. We're trying to find a better title for the puberty game. Help us workshop that. Maybe we'll maybe we'll see, Chat. The timeout will cave and see what it says. ChatGPT will be like, that's too inappropriate. You're not allowed. Okay, Chat. J-Dub is now fully taken over, bringing the ball up. Maybe get Shea off the ball, running around a little bit. I mean, not the most, just get back to the top of the key. Kill the offense one-on-one. Jab step pull-up. Chet trying to tip it in, Chat. Ayo. Not able to get either look to go. Shea's going to have to maybe go a little bit quicker on some of that stuff, Chat, instead of just killing some of the momentum right away. Because if the offense is just going to stall, and Shea, tough one-on-one looks, the bump, he gets the foul that time, fortunately. But Nembhard, the physicality, Chat, honestly, I think it's short of the Shea going full speed aspect of it that got that one looking the way it was. Oh, Chat, is Asia up? Wait a second. What's Asia doing up there with Bam, Chat? What's going on? Wait, where's Asia at? Who's next to Bam? Is she in concussion protocol? Why is she all covered up? Like, we're not going to know that's... Do we have to go back to the game here, Chat? Why did they have her over-under listed as well, too, if she's not going to be playing? But, I mean, do you think we're going to be confused? It's like, okay. That's not, Tyler Hero. But, Stokes, Chat, 2 points to start. Okay, as long as, keep it in front is fine. Wait, where's the injured? Oh, yeah, here we go. And no Gustafson tonight, Chat. So, oh, no, the center depth is depleted for the Aces. That is not great. But we'll see. Still hanging out there. So, Chat, a good pick this year. We're in a rebuild mode. Hey, yo. Maybe it is hey, yo, R.I.P. Asia Wilson. Kelsey Plum starts telling her about how nice it is in L.A. with the Sparks. I don't know, chat. Rakia Jackson, Asia Wilson. Do we start going to trade machine on Asia? Hey, yo, chat. It is what it is. The little fadeaway. Pascal Siakam. 6-point or Turner. Sorry, chat. Hey, yo. We're not paying attention. We're watching WME again now. Turner. Little one-legged. Oh, there's Shea, chat. 4-point game. It feels like that 6 to 8. Are they going to start like slowly working the game out in that range where it's been 2 to 4 battling this whole time, but now all of a sudden it changes. It's battling 4 to 6, then 6 to 8, blah blah blah. But there we go. The switch, Turner on him, finally gets a big switch onto him, and not a pesky wing defender this time, who's able, the getting into the space, the physicality this time, even with Turner maybe getting difficulty to shoot over him. But Chet, the little finger roll, not able to get to go. Chet, if he had a finger roll, that could be pretty sick. I mean, anybody bringing back the finger roll would be fun. Siakam, top of the key 3. Oh, clutch shot, chat. 7-point game. Timeout Dagnall. Yeah, that feels about right, chat. 7 games, 7 minutes left, third quarter. Pacers fans reigniting the passion here in the second half. Siakam, if he's going to start making clutch threes with that kind of ease, chat, and just his comfortability on offense right now, his kind of knowing, like, I don't know, game 1, does he take that shot? I feel like he's been a confident scorer throughout the entire playoffs, and in this Pacers team, his 3-point shooting has definitely been encouraged. But again, just his more like, hey, I'm kind of the guy right now. I'm feeling it as well, too. I can feel the need to close this series out. I mean, Siakam continuing to add to the Siakam legacy as well, too, chat. But still, long game, 7-point game. We are doing okay if we are cheering for the Thunder as well, too. 19 for Siakam, chat. 20. So, again, Halliburton's at 8. And Halliburton, I would imagine, end of the third quarter, I imagine there's going to be a little bit more offensive push for him as well, too, over the course of the game. Again, he kind of drifts in and out from a shot-making standpoint. So, I wouldn't be... Halliburton probably going to get to that 18 to 20-point a game range still here in the game. So, that is a scary thing as well, too. You imagine if Halliburton's got 10 points left as well, too, then Siakam at 19. I mean, is Siakam going to go for... is he going to have 11 more points in this game, chat? Fourth quarter. But is he going to have 8 more points plus maybe 10 from Halliburton? So, there is, I guess, with a quarter and a half left here, obviously, there could still be 40 to 50 points left on the board. But I don't know, could we find, for some reason, it would feel like finding 50 points now from, again, Shea having a massive fourth quarter wouldn't be that surprising. But the defense does feel like it has gotten to him to the point where he is starting to rely on these other, with Jalen Williams as well, too. And again, the field goal thing is still in favor of Shea, but I guess we're not giving credit the free throw discrepancy for Jalen Williams. Obviously, Shea doesn't even have a free throw attempt tonight, which is crazy. But that's the attacking as well, too. Jalen Williams just more possessions attacking, being aggressive as the creator in this game as well, too. So more lead possessions again overall for him on the team tonight, whereas Shea still would have been in that mark in the last game. And Case and Wallace 1 for 5 is mostly first half work, but Wiggins, Joe, Caruso, I mean, it really does feel like as well too they've kind of weeded out their bench at this point to where, I mean, Kenrich Williams +2, he has given, I guess Aaron Wiggins +7 in 5 minutes, chat, AO, even though he's 0 for 2 from the field. Williams just feels like he gives you that lineup versatility to give you a little bit more, obviously, if you want to go small but still have a center-ish presence in there. But, the physicality to sort of get some rebounds and maybe be a little presence switching on some of the interior defense stuff. Like, he still is a versatile guy, but he's not going to take away too much from the offense. But it does feel like the Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins, Case and Wallace minutes have. And I mean, you see Wiggins and Joe obviously only 4 and 5 tonight, but it does feel like maybe Case and Wallace. We'll see how they continue to play with him here. Pausing the we'll see how they continue to have his what his minutes do here in the third and fourth quarters, because defensively, of course, with his backcourt presence, he can be an important guy, but he's been a little too shot happy so far. And you do want him taking shots off, perimeter threes and stuff if he gets the looks, but he's been a little bit looking too much to create. Shea, once again, kind of losing the dribble. Nembhard on Shea. And it feels like they've really lost, like, the pick. Like, maybe we need to give Dagnall a little bit more, hey, what's going on here? Because it does feel like they've sort of lost the offense they're running. And Shea is a great one-on-one creator as well, too. But the one-on-one creation stuff, like, Nembhard is clearly a guy that is giving Shea problems. And the foul stuff, the chemistry of that is not all lining up. Shot clock violation for the OKC Thunder, chat. Maybe we just need to give in, like we're saying, or the Pacers going to win the finals. It is what it is. Okay, equal turnover battle is still interesting, but it feels like we're saying, like I was saying earlier, with my confidence shifting to the Pacers earlier in this game. It does feel like we're in a little bit of a different spot with just, again, these teams. We're like, and this is the conversation, like, shout out to Zach Lowe on Bill Simmons' pod, kind of saying this as well, too. If you look at some of the stats from the back half of the season, like, these teams are pretty similar, but it does feel like we're in that spot now where, again, the Pacers are just straight up kind of outplaying the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this is 2 games in a row. That's Nembhard in the corner for 3. And we're starting, third quarter here, game 4 of the finals. If the Pacers, do go up 3-1 in the series, it's obviously a pretty decisive lead. But just with them teetering on it here, you're starting to go, I don't know what the Thunder can do. I don't really know what they can do. Again, it's going to be reliant on the, Shea just getting back as a lead confidence guy, or Jalen Williams going crazy. But they've kind of exhausted their lineup options at this point, and the refs have kind of determined that the whistle's going to be the whistle. So Shea gets to the free throw line for the first time here, chat. That's going to have to be the thing that slows this down a little bit as well, too. I mean, unfortunately for them, they're just going to need to get to the free throw line in this game just for the pace of it, because it has been played. It's a little fast as well, too, with the Pacers moving up and down. So just to slow it back down, control some of the Indiana transition stuff, getting to the free throw line, and obviously making buckets, but getting to the free throw line would help with that too. But I guess going back to what we were saying with Shea, like, have they lost some? They just run some offense with Shea, run a play, get a pick and roll. It does seem like they kind of the one first dribble handoff and then they clear out, which is not, it's a balance of everything. Obviously, it can be times where, like, okay, you're gonna rescreen and just run the pick and roll every time and never actually attack. But okay, Halliburton, the deep 3, ayo. I guess that didn't get the rim on that one. But hey, you never know. Halliburton, that's Curry-like confidence. You never know if he's going to get that one to fall just randomly. Sometimes those heaves can you're just a little bit freer. You're just like, okay, well, I got to shoot this one. It is what it is. And then you just swish it. But not that time. Caruso initiating. So it's Shea. They're popping it. Yeah, right now it's start him under the basket with that little screen, and that was a great one because he got the pass pretty deep into the paint that time, and then when he turned and fired that mid-range, he was basically inside the free throw line almost. I mean, can we get a distance on that jumper, chat? Hey, yo, that was like a 11-foot jumper almost. But okay, we're ESPN flying by, chat. Where's the play-by-play here? Yeah, okay, 13-foot. That little, is this the one he just made right here? Yeah, chat. But he got it. Okay, I guess we got run X's and O's, chat. Like, he did get that one, like, right in here by the hash marks, it felt like. So they've been running him with that start him under the basket, pop him out, of course, with that big screening. But it does feel like Nembhard had been pushing him out to 3 and pushing him out to the top of the key. He gets a little bit closer that time, able to make a move. But again, actually running some offense with him when he does have the ball, maybe because this is what I mean. There was a great clip of Carlisle again breaking down some of the Pacers, the screening action and some of the stuff that they had run in some of the Eastern Conference playoff sets. But they would be like we start the guy with the ball here, and then we run this play like we're running a play, but it's actually for the guy that originally had the pass, and he's gonna be involved in the action, but then kind of slip out this way at the end and get the last pass. It's like, do that way, is there a way to kind of do that with Shea a little bit, where it's like, okay, he's going to start the possession, but now, it's Shea to J-Dub. Shay's screening. Shay's doing this. Now all of a sudden Shay's rolling out, and we can get Shea. Oh, and Toppin with the three-pointer, chat. The Pacers just are not going to – the Pacers are here, chat. The Pacers, at this point, fully feel like they're the better team. They are not scared of the Thunder. The three-point, the guys like Toppin, the guys like McConnell, they've been unafraid, and they've been attacking the entire time. Ben Shepherd even, all these role guys have been stepping up in major ways. And it does feel, guys like Lou Dort, again, the Thunder, Toppin, chat. Obi Toppin! 8-point game, 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Again, it's still a close game. We're pushing 80% chance to win, chat, for the Pacers. Thunder fans, look out. This is crazy, chat. This is crazy. Chat, hopefully, okay, I gotta check the messages tab. I was not paying attention on one of the live streams, and Sam was like, "Hey, I'm down to join if you got a second." And then I was like, immediately pulled up my phone afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, nice." But I was like, "Okay, IT, fire the cameras back up. We'll just pretend like, oh yeah, just getting a late start, Sam. It is what it is." But okay, we're just like, close third quarter. We're not gonna get sidetracked in the game, chat. But hey, check the tapes. We're getting better, chat. It is what it is. Unless you just okay, chat. That's like which way is he messages? Email, check our email, see what's going on. But 26-22. Okay, the Ace is keeping the wings. Pause. Keeping the wings down as well too is a good sign. Jackie Young getting a little chance to create off the dribble, chat. Oh, wait a second. Who's this create? Who is that? Who is that, chat? We go back real quick, because that would be a interesting thing as well too. A little bit more creation. Again, just like, what are these players gonna be like? Obviously, like Asia Wilson. I never say like, would she get back on a different team? Obviously, she'd be awesome. But yeah, who is what number? Number 11? Chat, why can't we just get a shot on the player? I mean, we're cooking here the off the dribble stuff. I guess here we'll go to back to the box score, chat. It is what it is. And see what we got here. I guess here, what was the box score for this Sky Dream game earlier as well? How many rebounds, chat? Rebound check. Cardoso with 15. Ayo. Cardoso, the lead rebounder tonight, with 9 for this guy. Ryan Howard with 36 for the Dream. Ayo. Do we have a career high 9 3-pointers? It doesn't say like first half, second half. Brittany Griner moved to second place NBA career blocks list. Oh, chat. My bad. Let me get this pulled back up here. Okay, there's that. Where is the camera? Boom, bada bing, chat. Okay. Yeah, shout out Ryan Howard. Ooh, almost a 40-piece. 36 has got to be up there for the highest scoring performance of the season. Can we check that on here, chat? WNBA 2025? I'm trying to even think the NBA. Can we look a game high for the season? Obviously, you can look at the individual players. Like their individual personal best for the seasons and then for careers on here. But I don't know if it shows you who had the number one scoring. We could stat head it, I guess, real quick for this year. Basketball reference. Why are you being slow? Here we go. No, we just went to 2025 season here. Let's go to the summary and see what we got. Leaders. Maybe it's in leaders. Individual. Okay, no. Points per game. Rookies. Player stats. No, it's just all the basic stats. I bet the game highs is on here somewhere, chat. Oh, it might not be. Hey, yo. Huh. Let me think, chat. Let me think. Do we just go? I guess we'll just stat head this real quick and see. We got 35 or more points. I mean, that's probably like a 40, like a 40-point game in the NBA. So, you know, how many? There's like there's a lot of 40-point games, but still enough to sort through. So let me see if comparison. No, we don't want that, chat. Player game finder for the W. 4 minutes left. Again, 8 minutes. Caruso bringing the ball up. Pascal Siakam swarming him, chat. They get it to J-Dub. Matherin in the game on J-Dub. Ooh, gets the foul. So we're getting a little bit more of the physicality in the backcourt with Matherin in the game. Okay, let's see here, chat. W, points. And it's not going to have her performance actually listed in here because it just happened. But the regular season, any game for this year, 35 or more points in the W. Let me see if I did the search right and if this will pop up. Okay. Oh, chat. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot Kelsey Plum had that 37. Beckers had 35 against Phoenix. Oh, the other night. Yeah, they just mentioned that. And then Asia Wilson had 35 recently as well, too. But 37, yeah, is the season high so far. Agumbawale and Kelsey Plum. So Beckers already from a scoring standpoint, individually, amongst the league leaders in there. But, yeah, incredible scoring stuff tonight for Howard. A free throw for the Thunder makes it a 7-point game. And like I said, that score kind of starting to slowly creep up now in favor of the Pacers. Angel Reese, 12. I guess her and Cardosa both tied with 9 rebounds. 12 and 9 and 15 and 9. Ayo, chat. 3 assists apiece. That's kind of nice. You know, the turnover stuff. 2 blocks for Cardosa. But that's kind of encouraging. Cardosa, 7 for 12. Ayo, chat. Kia Nurse, 1 for 5. Oh, a 9-point game. Halliburton, another shot, chat. This is getting dangerous. Caruso for 3. He's got to get this one to go. Oh! Woo! Chat, 6-point game. Where is the Thunder defense, chat? Is this the first time we said this all playoffs? Where is the Thunder defense? They can't get a stop. McConnell spins around on Wiggins. I mean, that's a stop, but is that a defensive stop or is that just a missed shot right there, chat? Like, where is them shifting the game with their defense like they've done in the past, obviously? Where's the steals, the transition stuff? I mean, you imagine just taking that aspect out of the game. Like, it's simple to say, obviously, you just change their defense to being a worse defense. They're going to play worse. But that is, I mean, you think about those type of plays. Those plays are almost double the points that they're worth, obviously. Stopping the possession and then getting the point back immediately. Those type of transition buckets are almost weirdly like 4-point plays or 5-point plays because you're stopping the other team and then just immediately scoring like that. So if you're, if you're giving up those 4 to 5 play, if that's a 16 to 20 point swing potentially just to turn of the game if you're not having, like, I can't picture really that happening tonight, chat. I don't know. We go back and look at the steals here real quick. I'm sure they've gotten a couple, but I can't picture them really so much having those moments of just that transition court to coast type stuff. But Alicia Gray, 15 tonight as well too. Brianna Jones, 13. So the Dream are kind of becoming our adopted team of the year, chat, maybe? I guess it's 7-3, hot take at this point. Ayo, but I feel like check the tapes. We were kind of eyeing this team earlier. Like, I don't, is this team going under the radar a little bit? I don't know a lot about the WNBA, but what I do know about it is the names, some of those names are on the Dream. And that's got to mean something. And that veteran presence does seem like it is obviously impacting them so far. So, yeah, they probably should have won tonight, but still, definitely took care of business. So, still looking good for them. I guess the Wings at 1-10, chat, is wild. Wow. But Kia Stokes. So, yeah, wait, who was 11? Dana Evans, 1 for 3. Okay, that's the one bucket, chat. But great drive. I don't know. Wait. Rookie, 2021? First year on the Aces? Okay, yeah, first year on the Aces, chat. Oh, Chicago Sky last year. Sixth player of the year in 23. Third in voting for that award with 9 points a game. So there is some little, there's some bench potential here for sure, but I don't know if there's some extra creator potential as well too. Former 13th overall pick. Speaking of the Wings, hey yo chat. So Toppin again? Wait, Toppin with the block? Oh, a 24-second violation. Toppin. Oh, he blocks the three-pointer on Jalen Williams. Toppin is swinging the game, chat. Can they just give the Can they just do no Finals MVP? Just the Pacers won the Finals and that's it. Oh, Siakam. There we go. Little ball pressure, but gets past. Oh, Toppin with the baseline dunk. Chat, Siakam with the drive. Toppin with the cut. It felt like Siakam would have even had space on that drive, but the baseline, like the Thunder defense is scrambling. It does feel like the Pacers' size and athleticism, they can drive past him in the one-on-ones. Oh, chat. 8-second violation. Reggie Miller, same look, different hoodie. He's back, chat. Still clapping. Hey, whoa! Reggie Miller, pause. We said it again. We didn't learn from last night. Or last game, I guess. Oh, man, chat. Less than 2 in the third. 10-point game for the Pacers. Oh, man, watch the score. A double-digit lead now. Daigneault, he's throwing his hands up. He's got 3 timeouts. McConnell, the mid-range. Toppin the rebound. Toppin's making a positive play every possession so far. What's the Toppin plus-minus? Hey, yo, he might be the leader in plus-minus for the game. Siakam plus 24. Siakam. Oh, -1, Chad. Hey, yo. Or Toppin -1. Hey, yo, Siakam plus 24? In 25 minutes, plus 24? Is Siakam the best player in the playoffs? Hey, yo, Chad. Pascal Siakam. Finals MVP. Taking it right away from Halliburton here. So here, Halliburton's at the 10-point mark. He could... 10-7. So if he gets a couple more buckets, he's going to be right in that range where he's been for this. Again, he's averaging, what, that 17, 7, and 7 for the entire playoffs. But yeah, a fun game for the Ace. I mean, I'm sure this might be a little bit of an Age Wilson load management season. Shea, the drive, the contact, not able to get to go. Shea, go for the rebound. He's just over here looking at the contact. Now we're getting a little upset at the Thunder players, chat. It's that time. Old sports media habits are starting to form, chat. Hey, yo, these guys, what's going on? They're not playing well. It is what it is. Hey, yo, calling them out. Shea, Jalen Williams. I guess Jalen Williams played well tonight. But Chet, Hartenstein, Dort. Shea's got to get, the one-on-one on Nembhard. That's not even a clean look, chat. It's not even a good gather. The way he's bringing it up, trying to avoid the contact. That was literally him trying to avoid the contact while getting into that jump shot. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, the foul merchant. Did I see that right? Maybe I wasn't seeing that right, but I don't know. That's what it looked like to me. Siakam the midi. Ooh. Hey, yo. Not only did they need a stop, they needed him to miss a shot a little bit rough like that as well, too. Pause. But Jalen Williams, the runner, not able to get the and one to go. Another free throw attempt for Jalen Williams, chat. He is at 11. And you know the ESPN's ahead, so they are going to be caught up with him. So he makes both of these. 11 for 11 for Jalen Williams. The Jalen Williams game, chat. Oh, man. And in our quest to root for balance, I guess now we find ourselves rooting for the Thunder. It is what it is. They're down in the series. They're down in the game. They're down in their hearts, chat. It is, we want let's get this back to 2-2 going to OKC. I do think 3-1, obviously, again, the problem is Indiana has just kind of crushed OKC's mentally at this point. But hypothetically, them going back to Oklahoma City down 3-1 in the series is still not series over. I would assume they would win that game. Assume. You know what happens when you assume, chat, but I'm still going to do it anyways. Some people might say I'm a assume man, chat, but I'm still going to assume. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for winning that game 5. But that makes game 6, obviously, in Indiana still pretty interesting. And then, 6 games in the NBA Finals, we're feeling pretty good. 7 games is obviously the ultimate, But 6 games mean we had a pretty competitive series, where it leads us into the draft nicely. Summer League's right around the corner, so yeah, we got plenty to look forward to for NBA fans. Again, the finals was fine, but what about Summer League, chat, is basically the question. So, if the Pacers win this game, and then win Game 5 as well too, you're obviously a little bit stunned. The quality of the games has been entertaining at this point, so you're not disappointed, but it is a little bit like, oh, okay, that was a little bit shorter than expected as well too. Pause, but hey, whoa, we like a nice. Hey, yo, pause. What was I about to say there, chat? I was gonna say we like a nice tight storyline, but whoa, but you know what I'm saying. If a movie gets a little bit too bloated, it is definitely something that can become an issue. So, I'm not saying the finals and playoff series can become a little bit of a different way. Playoff series is 7 games, as much as possible. But still, a nice, efficient storyline, chat. Keep it tight on the rewatch DVD list. I don't know. It is what it is. But Jalen Williams, clock running down, 7 seconds. End of the quarter. The runner. There it is, chat. 2 seconds left. The Pacers can still get a heave. Toppin might as well make this. Not able to get it to go, but still 7 at the end of the third. So you would say, hey, Thunder down 7 after the way they played is not bad, but they did play a little bit worse here in the third. They've now lost every single quarter in the game, chat. This is a completely different game than what we've seen. Wait, let's go back and check that game 3 real quick and see what was the score after the third quarter. Indiana 32-18 in the fourth quarter. They outscored him, and that was obviously what helped them close out the game. But at the start of the third, at the end of the third, going into the fourth, it was 89-84 in favor of the Thunder. The Thunder were up 5, and then Indiana just obviously way outplayed them there in the fourth quarter and got the win. But again, technically the Thunder, technically, whatever, they still did have the lead at the end of 3 quarters. Dominated game 2, of course. And then what was the score after 3 quarters in game 1 when then they had to make their little push? 25-35. So just in general, the fourth quarter scoring is, and we'll see what happens in this game. The Thunder are going to need to outscore them by a little bit in this fourth quarter to win. But with what we've seen, the fourth quarter scoring has definitely been in favor of the Pacers. So, yeah, the Thunder at the end of the third quarter in game 1, 76-85, up by 9. So not their biggest lead in the game, obviously, but still a nice lead going into the fourth and still not able to close it out. So the first time in the game, they've not had the lead going into the fourth, and maybe the first time in a while, chat. The first time in a while. Okay, wait, actually, let's take a quick break, and then we get back. Obviously, we got the fourth quarter, and then I want to check that Nuggets series as well, too. Let's see how many of those games that they went into the fourth quarter down. Oh, chat, the anticipation. Hey, yo, are the Pacers going to put the finals potentially out of reach, 3-1? After tonight, chat, a couple of minutes, we'll find out. Hey, yo, stay tuned. Here we go, chat. The Caruso, the Thunder, got the first bucket of the fourth quarter and now cut it to 5. Oh, it's back to 7. Okay, wait a second. Eyes up on the TV, chat. I'm going to go back to the basketball reference. No spoilers for this fourth quarter. Sorry, ESPN. We will not be here. Can we just find this random mystery? Actually, here, we'll just go back to, like, the Pacers page and just hang out there for a second. Or just ChatGPT or something. Real quick. Oh, Shea losing the ball out of bounds, chat. Who was that tapped that out? I didn't see. But great shot by Caruso. Again, been important offensively. Him and Jalen Williams throughout this game, chat. Oh, Caruso drops it on the back cut on the inbound. It goes coast to coast to Toppin. That makes it a 7-point game. Who threw that inbound again? That was a rifle of a pass for something that turned out to be that close. Was that Kendrick Williams, chat? Ayo, or was that Chet? I thought maybe that was Chet. Oh, Shea's got to make this little midi. Yeah, you didn't. I felt like he wasn't going to make that, chat. It's the way the game has been played. It's the way he's been playing. He was a little off balance leaning forward going into that as well, too. And it did go off the back of the rim a little bit long. Ayo. Did Siakam get fouled? Uh-oh, chat. Immediately in the fourth quarter, the Pacers stealing some momentum. Potentially back in borderline double-digit lead territory. Wow, chat. So they can get away with maybe you end up going Toppin over Nesmith in the final minutes here, but Siakam, Nesmith, obviously Halliburton, Nembhard, or sorry, Siakam, Toppin, Halliburton, Nembhard. Yeah, and then maybe Nesmith are there, or, you know, McConnell or Matherin, I guess, whoever else. But, or, you know, I guess Turner if you really want to go big, but pause. Siakam, oh, that's a tough 3, chat. That'd have been killer if he hits that. Chet! Oh, wow. Sneaky throws it off of, was that thrown off McConnell? Saved that. I don't know if he honestly should have gone for that rebound. He kind of backed himself into a corner there. And then McConnell kind of chasing after as well, too. Made him panic a little bit, but at least he has possession still going the Thunder's way. So they fully kind of committed now to this Caruso just initiate the offense part of it. Caruso to Chet at the top of the key. Chet spinning, drawing the foul. So yeah, Shea kind of now just fully off the ball. Dagnall trusts Caruso. I don't know, does Dagnall try to go, there's no way you try to go a couple, I mean, you're down 7. You need Shea here. But Chet, the spin on Nesmith, Carlisle didn't like that call, but that was a pretty aggressive swipe by Nesmith. That's a foul, chat. That's a foul. Even if Chet is a little out of control there, Nesmith swiping down. He's not making contact with the ball. It is what. Hey, whoa. He is. That's all elbows, chat. For our guy Nesmith. But Chet, 1 free throw down here. Make it a 5-point game. Case and Wallace in the game. Did they take? No, they didn't take Shea out. They still got Caruso. Maybe Case and Wallace was in the game before. We just weren't watching it. Oh, McConnell zipping around the court, chat. Kind of being difficult for Shea to keep up with. Has Chet switched on him now. Caruso on Nembhard. Shea the steal on Toppin. Shea steals the entry pass. Toppin unstoppable, so that's clutch, but that's like Shea's biggest non-scoring play of the night so far. Oh, immediately takes a tough step back over Toppin as well, too. Chet the offensive rebound in the bucket. So Chet here in the fourth. It was Jalen Williams early in the game. Chet. Can Chet and Jalen carry Shea? They've had his back all year, chat. They've had his back all year in the interviews. Now they got to actually have his back in the finals. On the court. No Jalen Williams on the court this moment. And Chet is the center, chat. He's kind of gotten lost. I mean, I feel like Kendrick Williams is on the court right now for this reason, because you think that you need that type of, you just need that little extra, again, rebounding sort of stuff out there without, with Chet as the 5-man, or, you know, Chet as the front court guy, whatever center position that he's playing or whatever. But Chet in the front court, you're going to need some extra physicality there as well, too. But flying in from the perimeter, getting the offensive rebound, getting the putback. He's not necessarily boxing out a guy from under the rim, but still, chat, proving that he can be impactful in the paint area on that cleanup duty as well too. Duty, chat. But yeah, I don't even know what page we're looking at because I don't want to go to the ESPN because it's going to be too far ahead to spoil chat. Again, 5-point game. The Pacers have been feeling confidently in front a lot, but maybe the Thunder actually going through and stealing a game would be a change for once. And I guess we were going to see anyways what the games look like end of the third quarter. Very specific research here, chat. But end of third quarter scores for their series versus the Denver Nuggets, just to see what kind of scenarios they were facing in those kind of clutch moments as well. Because Memphis, they swept. They were dominant against Memphis. Minnesota, there was that one game that was like a 2-point game. But as a series, obviously, Oklahoma City was pretty dominant in that series. So the game one that Denver ended up, stealing in dramatic fashion. Again, another. So, fourth quarter point differential might be an interesting one to filter and see what if we took the Memphis series out and did fourth quarter point differential for the Thunder in this or the Minnesota series. It starts getting too specific at that point. But yeah, it's some interesting stuff with the way that they've lost the games being outscored at the end of the games, specifically like that. So end of the third, game one, they were up by 5. So I guess, by the time the end of the third quarter has rolled around, the score has been closed a little bit in a lot of these cases. Game 2, dominant performance. Game 3, Denver won 113-104. And I feel like OKC, Denver won that in overtime. OKC, maybe it was this game 6 that they kind of made a little bit more interesting than it actually was. One of those, well, I guess it would have been game 6 because, game 1, Denver made that more interesting at the end than OKC. But OKC kind of closed in a game where they was like, Denver's definitely going to win this game. For sure. But, okay, wait. So this one where they forced, or where the game went into overtime, we should say, in game 3 was end of the third, 83-80 in favor of Denver. So, yeah, of course, 3 games in a row as well there. So it would have been in favor. Or wait, in favor of Denver. Okay, wait a second, chat. What did we just say? I'm saying one thing and then reading another thing here. But, okay, so 83-80 in favor of the Thunder, chat, if I didn't say that the first time. But, so 3 games in a row that they were in the lead there. I'm guessing same scenario after 3 quarters in game 4 as they won this one by 5. So end of the third. Chat, so this would have been the last time they were down in the fourth. Game 4 versus Denver. A little bit of a overcoming pause. A little bit of a battling situation. Chat, we're trying to be careful with the phrasing in times like this, but just a little bit of a situation where they have to fight past top end talent in the NBA and get over the hump in that way. Jokic with 44. So game 5, end of the third. Caruso driving, chat. Oh man, Shea to Chet. Kendrick Williams is gonna be the guy that gets the shot here. Oh, the Thunder better make up their mind and actually attack on one of these ball movement plays. Hey, Shea, the Pacers defense is just swarming right now. The Thunder can't get a look. Shea, the step back, and it's Chet, another follow through. The offensive rebounding by Chet has carried them back into this game. It's a 1-point game. The Thunder haven't even hit a shot, and they've still managed to work their way back in. Yeah, Chet with the 14 and 12. Chat, I love it. Iconic finals games. Iconic final stats. You're like, remember that the Chet had that 16 and 16 game in the finals? What happened? Shea, the between the legs. Oh, there's no foul on that. That one might have actually been a foul there, chat. That was a nice little crossover. He really got the defender leaning, and then that was sort of a natural change in direction. The defender, the contact, everything actually sort of lined up in that one. But game 5 was a 86 to 78 in favor of the Denver Nuggets as well. And OKC won that game. So wait, what was the fourth quarter outscore them in that one? They were 34 to 19. Yikes. So that was another sort of defining fourth quarter or third, yeah, I guess fourth quarter game for them. Game 6 was only 2 more to go, chat. Hey, yo. Game 6 was another close one. 82 to 90 in favor of Denver as well, as they went on to win that one. So the early of the series, it was OKC who dominated the first 3 quarters, and then the last 3, it was Denver. And then game 7, just 2 years in a row, Denver. Jokic. Hey, yo. This is why Giannis is as beloved as he is in the REMINGTOM pod, because Giannis has ever obviously not had the team not advance as far in the playoffs. If you like, oh, and Chet is limping again. Chat, ayo, the Pacers on the drive, 91 to 89. Oh, way past Chet. Watch the game. Yeah, so end of the third quarter, game 7, it was 72 to 97. But Chet, he seems to be able to do okay now. The back cut to Shea. And there's another foul. Are they about to... They might be entering bonus territory now. Are they going to get to the free throw line on that? That one didn't really seem like a shooting foul, though, honestly. So I don't know if that should be the way to go. But the little 2-man game between those guys. So J-Dub is... Okay, J-Dub's back in the game here. So 7.5 minutes. Chet to the bench. Is that... We can't go to the box score, Chet. Is that fouls or is that just the ankle? They go Hartenstein in the game, so they run the 1 center at a time lineup. Dort in for Kendrick Williams. You knew that that was going to happen at some point here. And Jalen Williams continues, chat. Swooping in with the layup. The beautiful layup. Chat, beautiful layup. 25 points, 5 rebounds, 7 for 15 from the field. Hey, yo. They're waving something off. Somebody's got a foul. I don't know what Scott Foster has to step in, and he's like, okay, it's been a couple of minutes. The league's in his earpiece. You need to call a foul here. Okay, yes, sir. Calling a foul. Is that on? Oh, they're replaying the Chet ankle thing. And again, he had the ankle a little bit earlier in the game as well, too. Oh, maybe a shin collision in there. So Chet, he's really battling through right now. Really fighting through, trying to... Ayo, pause. Finish this game. Shea to the bench, 7-10. Ayo. 20 points. Whoa. We're back. Are we back? We're back. Oh, there we go, chat. Oh. Getting some panicking. We're not like, is that the equivalent of like a missed shot right there, chat? Unplugging the mic in the fourth quarter. 6 minutes left. As long as we don't unplug the mic again, we'll be okay. But Jalen attacking the Hartenstein Jalen Williams 2-man game. A little different than the Chet Shea 2-man game. Case and Wallace the turnover, chat. So even if the Thunder make this close here, a loss is still a loss. They still go down 3-1. Hey, yo. They're even leading in the points off the turnover battle. Toppin now running the 2-man game with Halliburton. So it's Toppin and Turner in the game for the Pacers in the front court. Siakam on the bench right now. So the 2 best players on the bench, Siakam and Halliburton. Or Siakam and Shea. No, shout out to Halliburton on the game. Yeah, of course, as well too. But Nembhard, the little 1v1 versus Hartenstein, chat. Oh, pretty stuff, chat. The contact leading into the little fadeaway. I mean, to get that over a 7-footer. And there's like, oh yeah, you Hartenstein. That's nothing really you can do there. It's just great shot making. But Jalen Williams, now the pressure on Turner out on the perimeter. Great ball pressure. Case and Wallace. The pressure on Nembhard. Jalen Williams, the 2-way impact. And it is Turner that gets the rebound over Case and Wallace, chat. That keeps the possession alive. 1.3 seconds left on the shot clock, but gets the foul. And now free throw opportunities. But Jalen Williams' defense as well, too, there. So, the 2-way impact. Who needs Shea? Shea on the bench. We'll see when they go back to offense this next time what the possession really goes for. But chat, is Caruso, I guess no Caruso either. Caruso's got a, oh, Shea is back in the game as well too. What is the Caruso foul situation? And Chet on the floor. So they're really going to, okay, Chet back in for Case and Wallace. I mean, Chet, we're pro Case and Wallace here, but we're trying to win the finals as well. So yeah, I mean, Case and Wallace out, Chet in. It is what it is. We're rooting for balance. We're rooting for the Thunder in this game. As Pacer fans, don't be mad. We'll just have to decide, I guess, in a 2-2 situation. Potentially. Again, 3-1 in Pacers. We have to root for the Thunder if you guys are up 3-1 in the next game. It is what it is. But for this game, we just kind of have to root for the Thunder, and then we'll make a decision for the next game. What's going on? Pacers! Oh, Turner! The rebound, the free throw chat. Bounces around, but does end up going in. Oh, and the Pacers get the foul on the inbound. Wait, is that before the inbound? Because doesn't that mean free throws if it's before the inbound? Or is that as the ball was inbound and ball in the air situation? How does that work? What's the... Okay, no, inbound here. Okay. I was like, free throws with down 4 or 6 minutes. Not a bad spot, but a little sideline inbound is okay as well, too. Wait, what are they discussing here, chat? Is it the situation? Is it just the clock? Getting everything reset, the shot clock and all that stuff? Okay, chat. So just moving it to the inbound from the baseline to the sideline. Shea. Nembhard still playing game plan, the lockdown defense. A Shea, Jalen Williams screen. He goes over for the screen, but just attacks one-on-one. Oh! Nembhard got the steal on Hardenstein. Hardenstein got the pass from Shea. But Hardenstein gets it to go there. Shea, I mean, just exploded right past Nembhard. And then made the pass to Hardenstein for some reason. It did seem like he had a layup opportunity there as well, too. So I don't know if that kind of speaks to where Shea is at mentally, but the missed layup by the Pacers down 2, chat. The Thunder, here we go. Keeping your finals hope alive. The Dynasty, chat, doesn't start today, or do the Pacers take the whole thing? What happens? Jalen Williams ties the game. If it's a Dynasty, it's all the guys. Everybody needs to play well. Everybody needs to have their moments. This is the Jalen Williams moment. Can he drive it home, chat? 5 minutes left. They need like maybe 4 more Jalen Williams buckets to close this one out. But Halliburton, the Pacers, unstoppable, 97 points. 5 minutes left. Chat, the Thunder defense. Come on, lock in. Oh, Williams. He's got Nembhard sliding, chat. He's got him on skates. He's slipping. He's sliding. Oh, Jalen Williams got to convert that. Fortunately, Chet, the rebounding, it's still there. Shea drives, Chet. Shea drives. So and Chet didn't get the rebound that time, but that's, again, keeping it alive, Chet, batting it around. Hey, yo, pause. It is what it is. It's clutch stuff. Either way. Shea, no assists tonight. 22 points, 0 assists. According to the ESPN graphics they just showed there. Halliburton again. The drive, the foul. So the game is now tied, chat. Whoa. Halliburton with a chance to, again, give him a 2-point lead. But the Thunder can now, they can go shot for shot with the Pacers, chat. I mean, who can go shot for shot with the Midwest boys is always a question. But Chet Chet kind of getting bodied there by Halliburton, not the thickest guy in the league, chat. Pause. You would think he wouldn't necessarily be a guy to bowl over Chet, but Chet was leaning there. I don't think he was flopping either. It is what it is. Ayo. But he's got to be up in the 15 rebound mark at this point. Toppin in the game for Turner. 4 minutes left, so it's Toppin, Siakam, Nesmith, and then Nembhard and Halliburton in the backcourt. I mean, pretty much what you would expect, chat. Of course, again, maybe the top and stuff is different for tonight. But sticking with Nesmith as well, too. And I guess his three-point shooting has been chaotic and impactful tonight in a way. We'll look at the numbers in a second, chat. The ESPN, it's the ESPN feeds at like 3.5 minutes right now. So either they're spoiling the Thunder have taking the lead, and it's 103 to 99, or the Pacers have now just continued to push forward as well too. Halliburton to the free throw line. The first one up, chat, gets to go. I guess second one up that time. 99-97. So Shea back in control, bringing the ball up, starting the offense. Chet the screen. Shea splits. No foul. Oh, Neesmith just throws it right off the back of Toppin, but gets it back, Chet. Hey, yo, whoa. What are we saying there? A little double entendre. Shea. I don't know if that's going to be a confidence-boosting type, or confidence, affecting type play. Oh, he gets the block. He gets the block on the Halliburton three-pointer. Gets a little Neesmith foul there on Dort. Going to get Neesmith to the line, so tough. Pacers going up 4 here. 2 shots is a little difficult now. Oh, two shots is too many, chat, if you're the Thunder. But if that's just another play where Shea's like, oh, man, I'm not getting the fouls. It is, what's the use? That's a tough one, because that did feel like a little bit. That definitely should have probably been called on the ground there. Splitting the screen and getting knocked to the ground is, even still 3 to 4 minutes left in a game 4 of the finals. It doesn't feel super crazy to call that one in that spot. Again, especially Shea, star player. I get you want to give you guys, letting a play, as I say, letting a turnover happen. But you get what I'm saying, letting the basketball play out is what we're obviously in favor of. But Shea's earned it tonight, chat. No free throws at this point. Give the man a foul, just for his own sake. Give the man a foul. Has he earned enough fouls on the year already that, it's like, okay, you should just be collecting interest on the fouls that you have? But maybe a couple more fouls is not the worst thing in the world. The Wings only down 2 as well, 2 to the Aces, chat. Hey, yo. Oh, wait a second. Now they're tied. It is what it is. This game was looking good at halftime. And all of a sudden the tides have turned here a little bit in the third quarter. Becker's the pull-up jumper. Oh! Not able to get it to go. Thankfully, chat. This is another fast-paced game here. These teams are playing up and down. And again, without sort of the center rotation the same way for the Aces, I feel like these teams are going with a little bit more of a smaller, quicker lineups anyways. Or at least, the little bit more of those faster-paced type lineups, getting out and running a little bit. You know what I mean? Especially you get like Chelsea Gray and stuff, more, like we're saying, more guard-focused playmaking stuff happening. But yeah, I mean, as long as Chelsea Gray is out there too, you would still expect the Aces to get the win tonight. But I mean, could the Thunder close out this game, chat? With because that's the part that the Aces have, is that experience and that veteran confidence in guys and players like Chelsea Gray and Jackie Young. Even Jewel Lloyd to some degree as well too. Again, newer face to the Aces thing, and wouldn't have the same history of success that the way the players directly on the Aces would, but still a player that you would hope to bring that same level of confidence to end of game situations and all that. Is that Beckers with the jumper giving them the lead, chat? Uh-oh. I mean, they probably do. They might have the 2 best players in the game, honestly, between the Wings and between Agumbawale and Beckers. That is interesting. How many games this year will they have the 2 best players in a game? I guess at this point of the season, at 1-10, it is a little bit of a, you kind of know what they're going to be for this year. Not to say that they couldn't turn it around to some degree and be a decent team, but, or, have a decent stretch in the season or something. But obviously their hierarchy place in the league is a little bit established at this point, but still, from a matchup night to night thing, obviously, how many games are they going to potentially be like that? Oh, chat, a little Pacers team reunion here. Jalen Rose, Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller. Hey, yo, shout out to the guys, chat. Remembering the good old days. The 2000s finals. All that stuff. So, I mean, especially now, having fun celebrating with their team looking like it may go up 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Nembhard, I guess, is Toppin sort of Jalen Rose sort of Toppin Nembhard, a Toppin Nembhard hybrid, maybe, chat? What did it say when we did ChatGPT Jalen Rose questions last time? I forget who we compared him to modern day. Maybe it said something. I guess it didn't say Cooper Flag. It wasn't Chris Bosh as well, too. It wasn't Karolinko. I forget, Chat. But it was some of those. It wasn't Odom. I don't know. It was some wing type guy like that. But Jalen Rose, Nembhard cross with Obi. Nembhard's skills and Obi Toppin's body, Chat. Hey, yo. Obi Toppin maybe a little bit more athletic than Jalen Rose, but I feel like still similar profile as well too. But free throws here for the Pacers, 101 to 97. The Thunder are now actually better field goal percentage than the Pacers, but the Pacers better 3-point percentage, as that would be in line with what we've seen from the series. Nesmith now gets the Shea look. Nesmith immediately no respect, gets the foul call. So all night, Nembhard guarding Shea, no fouls. Nesmith first time lined up, just bam. Just immediate, just touches Shea, pause. And immediate. But it is sort of stylistically as well too, you know, hand on the shoulder the entire time. Immediately when he goes up into the look, you're just not going to draw back quick enough for the official not to call that. So, you know, we can go check the tapes. We watched a little bit more closely here, but Nesmith, it feels like maybe he's a little bit more up into the body of Shea, and obviously when Nembhard is up into the body a little bit more of Shea, and when Nesmith is playing good defense against Shea, when anybody is, it feels like it is that style of defense. So 99 to 101. Can you get a stop? Get a stop. And maybe the Pacers just need to finally miss or not draw a foul or something. But oh, Halliburton 1-on-1. Drives right past Shea, Chat. It does seem like they have sort of minimalized their offense a little bit. They're kind of just letting their guys cook. That seems like they're having success winning in the one-on-one matchups. So, you know, why necessarily bring over so many extra defenders? Just keep the driving lanes open. They've had clear shots. Oh, Jalen Williams passes up an open three. Shea now takes one. Oh! Shea! A clutch three! Down one! 2:50 left. OKC, this is it right here. MVP. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is the MVP of the league. Oh, man, Chat. You got, well, man, you got to win this game because you got to win this game, but you're the MVP. This is the perfect kind of game for you to be most valuable. They need you to be the most valuable player in this game. You're the most valuable player in the league. It should make sense. Driving, Nesmith drops him. Oh, the bucket. There it is. The lead. Shea Gilgeous, Chat. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, I'm disgusted, Chat. I'm disgusted. I hate rooting for the Thunder like this, but we root for balance. It is what it is. Oh, he's stumbling, Chat. Nembhard tries to save the day late on the rotation, but Nesmith, and honestly, I don't know, was that a schematic thing that we just missed, or was there switches there that were happening as well too? But why is Nembhard not guarding Shea in the last couple of minutes as well? Because again, what have we not seen? This entire series has been about how Nembhard's been playing great defense against Shea. That's the whole point of the series. If we're talking about Siakam for Finals MVP, maybe Nembhard gets Finals MVP for guarding Shea and maybe scoring a couple points the other way as well too. The scoring hasn't been the same for what it is to Siakam, Chat. But what happened here at the end of the game? They just switched Nesmith onto Shea. That's flipped the game. That has honestly flipped the game. And if they don't go back to that, Chat, that's a costly decision by Carlisle. You know, again, you don't want to say any one thing here is going to cost them the finals at this point. So these are battle games. You know, a lot of stuff is happening. There's a lot of moving pieces here, Chat. Hot take. But that is a major decision that could swing the finals for Carlisle here if he doesn't go back. Honestly, I think, well, again, you know, Shea is an MVP of the league. You assume in a clutch moment that he's just going to be the better player in whatever situation. He's arguably the best player in the league with the status that we've given him now with this award. But again, we've seen Nembhard have success, so why at least go away from the guy that you've had success from? And Nembhard, again, has also had success with some of the foul calls. The refs seem to actually respect his defense against Shea. As much as you don't want to say that, like, it is what it is. So the Pacers have still had success. A little weave-style offense here. They go back to their plays. And Dort picks the pocket of Halliburton. Goes in transition, gets fouled. Turner almost with an incredible block, Chat. But again, the chaos of the Pacers and them just kind of attacking straight line drives and quick decisions has been what's successful on their offense. They go back to running a weave on the perimeter and letting OKC get opportunities to steal. Because I guess really, as I'm thinking about it as well too, chat, that is what those straight line drives do eliminate. Some of that perimeter passing and allowing the OKC's defense is obviously great on the drivers as well too, just stealing the ball from whoever pauses dribbling. But their ability to get in and steal on those exchanges as well too, and just the passes on the perimeter and reading the passing lanes is a lot of times as well too what is the center of their defense. So you're taking that away by just eliminating the amount of opportunities by the passes. So to bring that back in late in the game as well too. Carlisle falling apart. What's happening, Carlisle? But the Pacers, how much you're going to switch from what's going on. So yeah, simple pick and roll. Let Halliburton cook. He's got Chet leading. Oh, air ball from Halliburton. So there is still 1:41. Too much time left on the clock for Halliburton to make the bucket here, I guess. And they, down 2. They need to be down 2 with still, I guess. So Halliburton just needed to get the Thunder to take the lead so his field goal percentage could go up here in the fourth quarter. Just not that point yet. He needs it under a minute. He needs it in buzzer beater situation. Jalen Williams, a little pull up the mid-range. Ooh, that would have been a huge, wait a second, the Thunder up 4. What just happened? Jalen Williams closing the game. Turner, the 3, doesn't take it yet. He passes up. Are the Pacers going to try to get a quote-unquote good look here? Nembhard now, his turn to take a step-back 3 on Chet. It's a step-back mid-range. Oh, he got it. He had the step on, he had the midi, or the, what was that, crazy 3 on Shea in game 1, but he doesn't get that midi to go here, chat. 60 seconds left. Are the Thunder going to be like, wait a second, how did we just escape with this one? Unbelievable. 2-point game. J-Dub, can he close it out with a bucket? Shea, Neesmith is still on him. Shea, the step back on Neesmith, the spin around. Neesmith is there, and Neesmith gets the foul. Where is Nembhard on Shea? We're not watching Shea off the ball. That probably was a switch. We can't blame anything, but Carlisle looks a little confused. Carlisle, when did they never not call Neesmith on the foul? Neesmith always gets called for the foul. His entire career. What are we doing here? Oh, I mean, yeah, that's smacking him right on the wrist, chat. Hey, yo. Wow, 4-point game. Clock stopped. So, not disastrous for the Pacers, but 2 shots, chat, 44 seconds. I mean, now, Neesmith up. Neesmith is out, chat. Neesmith to the bench. It is what it is. Mathurin in the game. You're going for, maybe offense, defense. You bring Neesmith back in the next possession. But, I mean, you're just, again, I'm going with Nembhard on Shea anyway. So if I'm saying, okay, well, what does Neesmith bring to the team? To the corner, 3-point shooting, all that stuff is great. But maybe just Mathurin's creation in general as well, too, is an interesting look. So, 103-107, the Thunder with the 4-point lead. Whoo, chat. You're feeling a little bit of a sigh of relief now if you're a Thunder fan. The crazy Halliburton 3-pointer is still on the table. He's dancing on Chet right now. Oh, and he gets it back to Turner. Turner the sidestep. Turner pulls. Oh, the Pacers have had a couple of real off looks. They haven't really been close here in the fourth quarter. I mean, again, tough Thunder defense, tough threes. It's sort of been a little bit of an uglier game, but just really chucking them up here, chat, in the fourth quarter. So great defense by Chet, hanging on the perimeter that time with Halliburton. Turner gets a good look, but just short that time a little bit. It did look, honestly, from that shot, from the angle, looking at it straight on, Chet, it didn't look too bad. But, yeah, just not enough power. A little tired in the legs there for Turner. Ayo. Mathurin misses the first free throw, chat. Oh. So when Neesmith had made the free throw, I guess is the question. Is that why he's in the game? His first miss of the night, though. That's just Mathurin in the moment. Tough. It is what it is type stuff. So Turner now out of the game. Topping in as well. Smaller front court back for this moment. And Hartenstein, they're running the Hartenstein-Chet combination with 23 seconds left, I guess. So the rebound, it works. Chet pulls down the rebound, gets the foul. Both teams in the bonus at this point. Oh, man, the Wings have stormed out in front of the Aces. It's an 11-point game. Oh, no. Vegas. What's happening? I guess with Carrington as well, too. Oh, yikes, chat. At 1-10 without Asia Wilson, is it like a why is the Wings? Is that a obvious, like, okay, a fully healthy team versus a team without their best player? But still, like, why is the Wings roster at 1-10 just a roster that I look on paper and go, would I rather build around that roster than? And again, that's different questions as well, too. But still, you would look at maybe it's a little bit of like, why is this team 1-10? But we'll just watch more, figure it out. Who knows? 6 for 6 from make it 7 for 7 for the Aces tonight for the free throw line. So at least something positive to take away for Becky Hammond. The fundamentals always intact. But Beckers, when we go back to the ESPN chat, we can see the Beckers stat line, I guess. But at 23 seconds left, there's a good chance that, I guess, depending on the foul situation here as well too, there's a good chance that we could get a final on the ESPN as well. So no spoilers. We're not tempting ourselves to look ahead at the score quite yet. We can go back and figure it out here at the end, obviously. But Shea, okay, we get the little, Shea scoring montage here as we enter out of the fourth quarter break. And I guess, we haven't, it's one of those things, like, now that he's back to normal a little bit, it's just kind of like everything's back to normal. We don't give him as much credit. Yeah, 11 fourth quarter points. I was about to say his aggression had turned up in that fourth quarter for sure. It wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, which maybe, again, the fourth quarter kind of slowed down an uglier quarter, hard-fought quarter, of course, as you expect. As the moments get more intense here in playoff basketball. The finals, literally, as it winds down. But it's not like he was like 6 for 6 in the fourth quarter, if I remember correctly. If we look back at the stats, maybe I'm wrong. But he's getting the job done. He got the points. And he did, again, get back to that 24, 25-point range as well, too. So as long as he can neutralize Jalen Williams' finals MVP, that is another thing that I think, is good to go for the Shea Gilgeous legacy of it. Oh, what is this? A foul away. Oh, foul away from the play. So Shea gets the free throws. So now it's a 5-point game with 23 seconds left. A little bit tougher as well, too. That 3-pointer down 4. Now all of a sudden you only need a 2. I mean, you still need a 2 to tie in that situation. But now, if you foul with 23 seconds left, down 5, now all of a sudden you go to 7 potentially as well, too. And now you're a 3-score game versus 4. You're still looking at 5-6, 2-point game, a 2-score game potentially if you hit a couple of threes. So a tough off-the-ball foul, a tough couple of minutes here for the Pacers, honestly. And I'm going to be honest, I feel like the Nembhard to Nesmith switch is a big deal. Oh, the Pacers get the steal on the inbound. Whoa, Jalen Williams goes flying down, chat, on the defensive possession. That was almost a scary tumble there, but fortunately he's okay. Wow, chat. The Thunder, just when you think they're going to be okay to end this game, Caruso immediately just throws it right to Benedict Mathurin. Hey, yo, chat. Was that tipped on the inbound? Was that... Wait, who was that Halliburton guarding the inbound? It might have been tipped by the person actually playing defense there. Okay, Wings at the end of the third quarter up 6, 70-64. Okay, Aces, close this out. Get Asia Wilson back in for the fourth quarter. They're like, oh yeah, she was actually playing this whole time. What are you talking about? Suited up. Yeah, for sure. For sure. She was just, in the box strategy, talking to the coaches. It is what it is. But, yeah, of course that was a foul on Jalen Williams. Just ended up being a scary tumble as well, too. So Mathurin, unfortunately, some free throw misses as well, too, at the end of the game is tough as well. So, if they have those 3 free throws, I mean, it is a 1-point game technically here, 108-104. But to get at least that you make that shot back with the off the ball foul you just gave up, and you don't give up the possession there as well too for the Thunder. So you kind of neutralize what just happened there with like 23 seconds left. So now you're same spot, 19 seconds left as well. Oh, and it happens again, Chad. It happens again. So you immediately just give it back up. Undisciplined by the Pacers. It is tough. It is what it is. 109 to 104. But like we said, this could potentially still keep the series interesting. 2-2 is exactly what you want. We want a tough series. We want to battle it out. Classic series. So this is perfect so far. But the inbound to Jalen Williams, doubled in the corner, throws it to Caruso, and Siakam, swooping in, chat. The free safety. Not able to get the interception, but the Pacers defense is on the... I mean, this is this is a nail-biter for the Thunder to get this win. It's a good thing they're right there on that 2-score range almost, because they've had a couple of times where they've really almost turned this over. Shea, he's got all 4 guys guarding him, chat. I mean, they're going to run the clock down. They're not necessarily going to take a quick shot here. Foul, so free throw line, 6-7 point game if he's able to make both of these. But, chat, the Pacers making them work literally every second. If they, again, Mather and stuff, if they just hit some free throws, I guess that is the Neesmith corollary as well, too. Neesmith, unfortunately, with the fouls, with the fouls and with just the giving up with Shea just getting some buckets over him, and then Matherin on the other end not converting the free throws makes that spot on the lineup that has been so contributing factor. Shea with 34 tonight, chat. So all of a sudden we're looking at like classic Shea Gilgeous-Alexander game, but he needed this game. He needed those stats to get back up for people to have that confidence. Oh, Halliburton just pulls a half-court shot with 5 seconds left. He's ready to go, chat. He's fine. He's like 104 to 111. I don't need to continue to battle this out anymore. So there we go, chat. The Thunder in Indiana go 1-1, just like Indiana with the Thunder in the first 2 games of the series as well. So tied, going back to OKC. Game 5 is Sunday, I believe. Or no, wait a second. No, wait, it is Friday night. It's not Thursday. Yeah, so game 5. Oh, no, game 5 is Monday. Yeah. So, Sunday. That's right. Wait a second. I'm getting the schedule mixed up. Sunday, chat. Ooh. Be back Sunday. Make no mistake. We're still going to be here for the Sunday live stream. It's going to be a good time. We've got a fun one queued up. It's going to be great. So, you're going to want to stay tuned, of course. We'll be live here on the YouTube. And the live streams go up on the podcast feeds as well, too, if you want to grab them over there. But, yeah, okay. I guess we can go to the box score now and actually see what happened in full. Jalen Williams, pause. Jalen Williams, 27. So, Shea, again, Shea actually, whoa, chat, the refs bail Shea out in that 4th quarter. I mean, do we need to go back and look? I feel like he was at 0 free throws. Was it either halfway through the 3rd or basically in the 4th? So, he had, 10 free throws in like 7 minutes there and got his points back up. But still, from the field as well, too, I managed to finish 12 for 24. So he really did go like 6 for 6 in that 4th quarter and really was cooking there. So 35. Again, it's going to be a Shea game on the box score, but this really was a Jalen Williams game. He was keeping them in this game until this 4th quarter. And really the first time again, and well, I guess we saw that other game earlier, but like I said, the 4th quarter has been a little bit of an interesting quarter for them in some of these closer games. So for them to fight that type of way as well too, and for the Pacers to finally feel like the better team. So chat, the lesson is you don't want to be the better team through 3 quarters in this series. The better team through 3 quarters will lose the game in the 4th quarter. I don't know how we can bet that for game 5 or if the series now flips a different way as the series goes back to now a best of 3. But if it's going to keep in line with the last couple of games, or just really how the series has worked in general outside of that game too, if you're the better team through 3 quarters, you're probably going to lose. So if we can bet like a first half and then 3rd quarter spread, and then the 4th quarter bet it the other way, and then mix that with the full game line and all the different stuff, we can figure out how to make it work. So I guess here, chat, we can figure it out. Figure it out right now. What are we doing? We can just pull up the FanDuel and see if there's a way. Because maybe some of the alternate spreads and stuff like that, they may not quite have dialed in at this point, 35 seconds after the game is completed. But I feel like the sports books are pretty well prepared for a lot of the events that they are taking bets on. So let's see here, chat. Next game, Oklahoma City favored by 9.5. Monday night, back in Oklahoma City, minus 430 on the money line. Indiana has now been a better team for, so I guess, chat, we're bouncing around here a little bit, but that's another thing as well, too. So, I mean, again, they outscored them 3 quarters in a row here, and they did outplay them for a majority of the last game. Again, if we just go, oh, chat, in classic fashion, we got to switch over to the ESPN, see what SVP is up to after the game. But, let's see here, chat. Or we could just we run the WNBA. We really boost the WNBA ratings, chat. We run it on Sling TV and Tubi. Hey, yo, we could really see what's going on here, but we'll get some reaction. Or wait a second, we want the post game. Can we get the conference? The post game. Stephen A. Do we go Stephen A. or do we go post game conferences? Press conference. They're not gonna be doing the press conferences yet. I guess Stephen A. Okay, you talked us into it, chat. It is what it is. But yeah, Indiana outplayed them second quarter and fourth quarter of game 3. Outscored them 40-28 in the second quarter and 32-18 in the fourth quarter. So they've played better 5 of the last 9 quarters than Oklahoma City, but Oklahoma City is still a 8.5 point favorite. So I guess, the lines are weird tonight. What did they finish tonight? 111-104. It is a 7-point game. So they were, did they cover? What was the game? It was, what, 6.5? So they did probably end up covering as well, too. Vegas, once again. Right on the money. Ayo, chat. Ayo. Yeah, the line, OKC minus 6.5. So OKC did end up covering as well. Wow, chat. A last-second cover for the Thunder bettors is pretty crazy. Yeah, the win percentage was locked in, of course, the entire time. Chet's 15 rebounds cannot be understated, of course. Those were just as big in the fourth quarter, keeping this team alive. 11 offensive rebounds, 11 defensive rebounds, only 4 offensive rebounds, but those felt like those almost all led to points as well, too. So 14 and 15. I wish we could almost go the 15 and 15 with less than 10 shots would have been a great club, chat, to be in. Let's see if that's even a club real quick. Hey, yo, I feel like for the center position, we don't want football, chat. I mean, we do want football, but just not for this stats research purposes. We want the NBA. Oh, I said it again subconsciously. We want the NBA game finder. So let's see. Playoffs, finals. We want guys that put up. And unfortunately, again, well, Chet wouldn't be here tonight anyways because it just happened. But he was 1 point short of this club. But just to see if this is a club in general. 15 points. 15 or more rebounds. And then we're going less than 10 total field goal attempts as well, too. So Chet, 4 for 9 from the field. Equal to, or wait, we actually want equal to or less than 9. But, I think we can do some quick filtering out potentially as well, too. We are only just going finals results as well, too, not the entirety of NBA history here. But, yeah, this quick little score. Oh, Wilt chat involved. DeAndre Ayton against Milwaukee, and 8 for 10. Put up a 22 and 19. Whoa, chat. So we've had some games here. Like if we go 9 field goal attempts. So 6 guys with 10. Oh, wait a second. 6 guys, yeah, with 10 field goals attempted in this statistical filtering. But we've got 6 more with less than 10. So Bill Russell did it twice, chat. Hey, yo. So Bill Russell could have been Chet? Well, I don't know how necessarily you guys want to process that. But statistically, I think Bill Russell could have been more dynamic offensively than Chet. But yeah. Well, 30 rebounds as well, too. A little better rebounder. But 15 and 30, much different than a 14 and 15. And a 22 and 30 in the finals. Both of those going 5 for 9 and 6 for 9 from the field as well, too. 10 for 12 from the free throw line in one of those games. Bill Russell, early free throw miss. So twice Bill Russell, twice Wilt Chamberlain. Charles Oakley in the finals for the Knicks had a 16 and 20 You forget about that one. 5 for 8 from the field in that game. 6 for 8 from the free throw line. And then Tristan Thompson had a 15 and 16. Was this the 2016 finals? Yeah, Chet. The 2016 finals, 6 for 6 from the field, 3 for 4 from the free throw line, and he had a 15 and 16. So Chet could have been one of 12 guys in finals history, or one of a couple of guys in NBA history, one of 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. Wilt and Bill Russell multiple times on the list. But Dwight Howard as well, too, in the overtime loss. A 17-16, 4 blocks, 4 steals, 4 assists. 7 turnovers, though, as well, too. So, yeah, great stuff from Chet. Shea with 35 now as well. I know the final scoring stuff has already been talked about as well, too. So maybe we can save that. And Caruso, 7 for 9. 20 points, 5 for 7. Oh, Chet, so the 20-point less than 10 shot club. Okay, bring this one back up. Finals game. See what happened. Caruso off the bench with one of the defining performances. Okay, so again, Caruso with 9 shots. We'll keep it at 10 just in case. 20 points. And do we want started the game as well, too? This one might be just in general. I guess we can filter. We can see if they start the game or not, I think, on here as well, if this is a long list. Oh, this is a little bit of a longer list. I guess it doesn't. Oh, yeah, here we go. Started game as well. So if we go off the bench for these guys. Ooh, a handful of performances. What do we got, like 11 performances where the guy scored? Okay. Wait, oh, we'll just go like this. Field goal attempts, and then the ones with less than 10. Michael Cooper, Harry Gatlin. Again, Bill Russell off the bench, I guess. Oh, 65. Hey, yo. 6 for 9. So this was one of those performances. This is the 22 and 30. I guess he was off the bench in that game. Hey, yo, Chet. Bill Sharman, 7 for 8 from the field against Boston again. 20 points. Leon Poe. So this is a very Leon Poe-like performance from our guy. Who are we even looking up, Chet? I just forgot. Caruso. Hey, yo, shout out. Caruso. Leon Poe and Caruso. Dwight Howard, 5 for 6 from the field. 11 for 16 from the free throw line. 21 in 14 in that. So, you know, Dwight Howard putting up some stats in that series against the Lakers. And Ginobili, a 6 for 8 from the field. 27 against Detroit. So he actually, you know, one of the games actually Ginobili started in the playoffs. You know, had some more bench performance scoring numbers like we looked up last time in that Cleveland series as well, too. And then guys with just 10 field goals. A string of guys here. We're not going to talk about that. Oh, wait a second. Miami lost this game. So, Ray Allen, in a loss to the Spurs, tried to play well. Sean Livingston, 8 for 10, 20 points. Sasha Vujic, 7 for 10. Wilt Chamberlain, 7 for 10. Frank Ramsey, 7 for 10. Tom Sanders, 7 for 10 as well, too. So, one of 5 guys with less than 10 shots in a game off the bench and more than 20 points in a finals game for our guy Caruso. Shout out. 1 for 2 from the free throw from the 3-point line. 5 for 7 from the free throw line as well, too. So free throws, 34 for 38 for the Thunder, and 25 for 33 for the Pacers. So, you know, Mathurin with some misses in there as well. We had, Toppin 1 for 4, Mathurin 5 for 8. And Siakam 6 for 8 with a couple of misses as well, too. So not a terrible free throw shooting game, but just a really elite free throw shooting game for the Thunder. And enough to keep just a little bit of separation. 3-point shooting as well, too. Definitely probably the thing that needs to go back up a little bit more for the Pacers. At 30%, 11 for 36 from the field for them. And the Thunder won this game at 17% from the field, Chat. That's pretty impressive. You're going to feel like you stole that game. Again, you know, 30% is not the craziest number to overcome for the opposing team, but you're still twice as bad at that point almost at 17%. 3 for 17 for the field. Caruso, Shea, and Dort hit the only 3. So as good as Jalen Williams played, not able to get a 3 to go in this game as well. The 43 rebounds to 33 rebounds for the Thunder. So Chet, a big part of that as well too. But Jalen Williams was 7. Hartenstein with only 6 in 21 minutes is not crazy. Chet plus 14. Caruso plus 14 is Caruso, Kendrick Williams, and then Dort. Did feel like obviously impactful guys, impactful minutes when they were out there. Siakam with his 20. So yeah, Halliburton gets to his 18, 7, and he's been 7 rebounds per game in the finals. So a little lower on the rebounds so far, but gets to that 18 and 7 range. Siakam with the 18, a 28, 5 and 5 chat. Hey yo. Not quite able to get to like a 2010 5 and 5 game, but a 28 5 and 5 in the finals. I feel like that might be a pretty unique performance as well too. Siakam, a historic stat line guy in the finals. Chat doing the job of the Pacers research for them. They're the ones that cook up the weird stat filtering stuff. But he had 20 points, total rebounds, 8 or more rebounds, and then 5 steals, 5 blocks, 5 what was 5 what 5 what? Yeah, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals. 5 assists, 5 steals. 20 points, 5 assists, 5 steals in a finals game might be rare enough on its own. But we'll throw the 8 rebounds in there as well too, just to give him respect for all the stats that he put up. So 5 assists, 5 steals, 20 points, 8 rebounds. NBA Finals game as well too, to give the stats credit for the level at which they were produced at. Only 3 guys: Jimmy Butler, Scottie Pippen, and John Havlicek. Wow, chat. That's a fun list of names to put Pascal Siakam on there with. Make no mistake. Jimmy Butler, Scottie Pippen, and John Havlicek. I mean, maybe a little bit of a step up on the all-time legacy ranks from a guy like Pascal Siakam. Make no mistake. I mean, guys that definitely accomplish more. I mean, it is what it is, chat. Guys that definitely accomplish more as lead players for their teams than Pascal Siakam. And Jimmy Butler, to various degrees. Like, Jimmy Butler went to a couple finals. John Havlicek, won a finals, I'm pretty sure, as, the best player. Because him and Cowens, I think, had some of those 70s finals in here. What's that 70s finals they won here, chat? Yeah, 73, 74. Yeah, he was the finals MVP specifically in that one, too. 27 a game that year. I guess 73, 74, his regular season. 9th in MVP voting, but first team All-NBA, essentially. So, one of the top 5 guys in the league. Him and Cowens, basically the best guys in the team. And he was, I guess, the best guy in the finals for this year. I'm not, missing it. Yeah, Cowens. Oh, JoJo White as well, too. So, Paul, dominant team, though, of course. A great team back in the day. But okay, he was so finals MVP. Jimmy Butler almost won the finals, and then Scottie Pippen was a guy he probably could have gotten a team to his finals if he had more attempts at it, but definitely, obviously way better suited as a number 2. And Siakam is that guy that definitely can play the role of the number 1 with his skill set and his capabilities, but as that second option type guy is a really perfect complement and has proven that he can be a impactful finals level player. And I love the wing sort of back and forth aspect to what these guys are, and a different level of performances as well too. Jimmy Butler in a win versus the Lakers had that 35 points, 11 assists, 12 rebounds, and 5 steals. Scottie Pippen had 32 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 steals. And Havlicek had 28 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. So again, the players themselves a little bit of a level up. Their stat lines even a level up from Siakam. But it just shows you that even Siakam getting the numbers that he did was historic level itself in the finals. So Siakam is becoming a dude, chat, that is for sure. The puberty games, ayo. It was a ayo, chat. Some men were made tonight on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, we have to go after that one, chat. It is what it is. Hey, yo. A nice little pause to put a bow on a chat. Pause. But yeah, like I said, we'll be back Sunday, of course. We'll be back Monday. We'll be back Tuesday. We're here on the YouTube, the Urban Sand Pod. We are live. You guys can follow along. If you miss it, we're still here. It's up on the podcast feeds, like I said. little audio chat. Put in the earbuds for a jog if you have to. I don't know what the plan is, but it's available there if you need it. And the messages are open as well too. Rem and Sam Pod on Instagram if you guys want to message us over there. We definitely have fun with that chat. It's a great time. But Toppin with, I'm just staring at Toppin stat line here while I'm rambling. Does 17-7 for our guy Toppin. A minus 15 is a little confusing as well too. 7 for 12 from the field. Maybe his fourth quarter minutes with the Thunder making the deficit up there is what sort of contributes to that. But he did play really well for stretches in that game and felt like he was going to be a reason why they were going to win this game. But yes, Chad, this is now, I said, with these back-to-back games here, and obviously, game 5, the Thunder, these teams could still turn these last 3 games, I guess, into something disastrous. But I guess we're going to get 2 more games now in the series. We're going to get 6 games. We're probably going to get 7, you would imagine. And these last 2 games have been classic. So are we going to get 3 more games, 3 more dud games? Probably not. I'm just doing some NBA math, chat. This is turning into a series. This is turning into a battle, a fun matchup. The stars are getting to the levels. The players are showing out. We're getting the performances that we want. And these games are must-watch, chat. And the Rem and Sam Pod is, are we must-watch with the games as well too? It is what it is, chat. We'll be here. We must be watching the games. So we're here on the live stream anyways, hanging out, watching it. So I guess we must be watching this fourth quarter for Aces Wings. Hopefully, chat, I guess as we've been rambling here, we haven't been checking the score as of late. So hopefully this fourth quarter didn't spiral out of control too much. This Capital One commercial is taking a very long time. This is a long panning chopper shot. This is Ben Affleck directing the game, chat. This is a long helicopter shot on the sphere right now. Okay, 3:40 left. What's the score? Get that scorecard up. 82-71. Dallas is up on the Aces. Okay, wait a second. I didn't see the score there. We don't know what's happening. The Aces are still fine. We love Becky Hammon. Shout out Becky Hammon. Hey, yo. Future Knicks head coach Becky Hammon. Going to be crazy when that happens. But, not coaching the Spurs is going to be... But we love Mitch Johnson. Can we have both? Becky Hammon, Mitch Johnson? I don't know how it works. But, we'll be back, chat, Sunday, hanging out. We got a fun one, so you won't want to miss it. We'll be here. Be live. Have a good one.